I don't know. I can see stuff going around and dancing, but I don't know if there's any sound. Unfortunately, I have no way to figure it out. Hey, they can hear us. What the fuck went wrong? I don't know. Fun fact. Fun fact. Well, we're streaming from my computer, and my computer decided. Well, actually, my system SSD on Wednesday decided that it was done dealing with my shit, and it kind of killed itself, which is fun considering that I've only had it for like 2 months. So I've spent the last 2 days, well, 3 days, furiously reinstalling everything and reconfiguring shit. So not only my computer has been reborn, but also Ivan has been reborn. So let's call it the code with the Italians Easter or something. They can't hear you, they say. They say they cannot hear you. I don't even understand what's going on. OBS, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. Or I can just do this. If you speak now, then they can hear. Just put the headphones next to to the microphone. With my professional, you can see the professional repairs that I've made to my headphones as well. I don't know. We try. Well, while you keep talking, I'll try to figure out what the fuck is going on. So please go ahead. That's the important part, right?
Big shout out to Dr. Benek and Dr. Perez in Turin. They took care of me like in an insane way with this incredible surgery performed by a robot. I mean, if you can believe it, a fucking robot. I mean, it is like future. And now I have two new discs, titanium discs. So you can
So you
call
can
me Titanium Man if
you
you
can
want.
break now with your back or something. Like if you ever break. Yeah, I think I fixed even, but the fact that it's choppy is because his connection is choppy. So there's not much we can do about that, but I fixed it.
Okay, my connection is choppy. Life is
Uh,
hard.
well, I mean,
Yeah, that's
you either have to choose
so.
between a fast connection or a back that works. I'd rather go with the back that
Yeah,
works.
at the moment, I prefer to walk, and then I'm gonna save some money and invest in a better connection in the next weeks. But jokes aside, yeah, it was an incredible adventure. It was a very unexpected expense, as you can imagine, because it was it was not cheap, and it was a very necessary. Like there was no alternative because there was a risk that I will lose like functionality in my left leg. So it was a serious thing. So I'm very grateful that we could um, pull it off. Now we have a lot of reflected sound, and I'm speaking directly in the. Okay. Uh, and so yeah, I'm super happy to be here. And by the way, this morning, after 2 weeks without a computer, completely in. No, I'm not a $6 million man. I'm way cheaper than that, but I still feel way poorer than I was 1 week ago. But yeah, we will make it up at some point. I'm not buying any Tesla anytime soon. that's for that's for sure. Yeah, today. Yeah, 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 yeah. But actually, yeah, it's basically like a GoFundMe something, right? Now we can't hear Sebastiano. I mean, this is hilarious. Now we cannot hear Seb anymore. That's perfect. Sebastiano, you are muted. And and basically, just to get something related to what Sebastiano was saying, this is our seventh stream. So thank you. We reached the minimum to access the Twitch affiliate program, and this is a great milestone for us because a lot of you have Amazon Prime. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, um,
Yeah, I think Saza was talking
yeah,
about me. Can you folks actually hear me now? Go ahead, Ivan. But I want to know if I fixed myself or not.
yes,
Yes!
yeah,
Oh,
that's perfect.
fucking fuck.
So the, yeah, that's the important of not losing a hard drive.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry,
So
but someone connected very late and we didn't have time to make preparations for the stream.
yeah. So there is this person that actually is very tired after lunch, and even if I had an alarm, I was able to be late for the pre stream. So I apologize for the mess. But back to the Twitch situation. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for free to Twitch channel every month, and it's free for you, and it will help us. The same way, things like subscribing on YouTube and liking the videos on YouTube, it will help us because at some point we will reach a threshold where we can, support the channel because we have a lot we have a lot in mind. We have that we have a store with swag, and we want to build a bit of momentum and start to give you back, t-shirts and stickers and mugs. So at
Someone
some
needs
point
to
we are
buy
gonna.
stuff because Ivan needs money for
Well,
his back, essentially.
yeah, I need to pay back the surgery. But jokes aside, we want to try to build something that it's fun and it's useful, and it's always nice if there is a bit of branding and a bit of gadgets and a bit of swag. So please like the video, subscribe to the channels, and we are gonna just start giving you stuff like stickers and gadgets that you can use and you will love, or you can buy them right away on the store. Anyway, we appreciate the support. So
If you can keep talking another second or so, I'm finishing setting up Android Studio.
yes, just just to give you a bit of context, because I was a bit off in the last 2 weeks, so I want to thank you, Sasha and Roberto, for covering us. Well, for being so kind to support Sebastiano, that is busting his ass on this thing, and he hadn't. He was able to not do it alone, thanks to Sasha and Roberto. By the way, Roberto was kind enough yesterday morning to come and pick me from the hospital, from the clinic. So, I mean, Saturday morning, he woke up at like 6 probably to just drive me home. And we had a nice conversation about the episode, and we discussed the fact that there were problems storing the notification in the database, because there is like a binder that cannot be properly serialized. So there is something that we need to rework in the project, that at the moment it actually crashes at the start, if I'm not mistaken. But we have a direction, because the incredible Android community was kind enough. Julia, I guess, helped you, Sebastiano, to understand, like to take a direction to probably persist or partially persist the notification. So we have a bit of work to do, but we have a direction. We are gonna change. Also, Sebastiano ran a poll on Twitter last week to get your feedback about how do you like the stream, if it's at the right time, if it's the right length. And something interesting emerged, especially for the Sunday appointment. And probably we are gonna move to a shorter session that is gonna start a bit later in the afternoon, so something around like 5 p.m. in Rome, and for a couple of hours, so we can accommodate also people on the other side of the world. So it won't be too early for them. It's gonna be a bit easier to enjoy even on the on-demand, because they will be just a couple of hours sessions, a bit like the one in the evening on Wednesday. So that's something that is going to change from next weekend. Probably the session next Wednesday, it's going to be me, if I manage to set up OBS. And
Worst case scenario,
a dear friend of mine.
I'll stream you and then go play with the PlayStation while you stream. That works for me.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Just gonna, I have like the crew, the streaming crew on the other side of the planet via satellite. But yeah, I'm gonna have a new guest, somebody that was one of my students in the Android course that I had in February. And he's now working as a software developer. So he's gonna join me, and he's gonna help me, because I have been thinking about, okay, the app is not on the Play Store yet, but is getting there. It's super very early stage, but we want to make it real. So I thought, we need something like, Crashlytics, probably a bit of remote config, a bit of refactoring here and there. I want also to see if I can join back the project, being far from the project for a couple of weeks, if I can figure out my way around about composables and how the domain works, if we can start packaging things in a different way. So it will be an interesting episode. It won't be like super compose based, but there will be a part in compose because I want to do something new that I mean, it's new for me. It's not new for the industry, because most of you know that you can opt out from Crashlytics if you want, if the app enables you. So I want to build like a setting screens where the user can enable or disable the crash
I'll tell you
reporting.
more. Instead
So
of doing that, do it in the onboarding. Well, do it first in the onboarding, because ideally you want to ask the users before they start using the app, right?
Yeah. So there will be like a infrastructure set up with Crashlytics. We are gonna create the project on Firebase, and the basic stuff we were gonna link together. But then the important part is gonna be that I want to be able to turn on and on Crashlytics off and on according to the user desire. So there will be a bit of persistence, there will be a bit of UI with checkbox and states and everything that is. So it's going to be interesting. It's not going to be fancy animation or notification. It's going to be just a bit of groundwork that any project needs. So.
And we lost Ivan again.
Okay.
We lost you for a second, you froze, but you're back now.
Yay.
Okay, shall we jump into the code? Because it's like 25 minutes in.
Please.
Let's go. Let's code. Let's code. Okay, so the state we were left at last week was this: the app crashes when you start. The reason why, as Ivan was mentioning, the problem is that when you, thank you, Logcat. When you try, we do something that we shouldn't do, which is we try to persist the notifications that are parcelables. And unfortunately, that isn't allowed because, theoretically, you should never persist parcelables because they're meant to be short-lived in memory only. But we were like, it's a prototype, we'll change it later, but for now this might well work. Alas, it does not. Sasa, yes, sorry. But the reason is that the whole thing we did with Roberto on Wednesday was we set up Room, and then we said, let's save the notification to disk so we can retrieve them later. Unfortunately, when you do marshal the parcel, so you try to turn it into a byte array, it crashes because it says that you try to marshal a parcel that contains binder objects. Now, binders are the low-level primitive that Android processors use to talk to each other. So the idea is that you have a parcel and you pass it to something else, and that it contains a pending intent that can be used to run actions. And somewhere down there, there's a binder thing that binds the notification to the original process and allows it to be executed. That's fairly inaccurate, but just to give you the basic idea. So the problem is we cannot do any of this shit. So the first thing we do today is just destroy this class. Notification cache. You have to go. Bye.
Ciao. Notification
Ciao.
cache no more.
Ciao vaffanculo. So
where is the notification? Notification is gone.
Notification is no more.
No more.
Okay, so we have the notification list now. This wasn't using the database we set up anyway, so that's not too big of a deal. But what was using the cache thing was the service, if I'm not mistaken. Well, something used it, and stuff should be broken
try
now.
to build.
Oh no, I know.
My
The repository.
go my way.
The
There
repository.
is Roberto repository.
Yes,
Okay,
because
fair
I've
enough.
done it with Roberto, so everything must be called Roberto.
Ah, okay. It's developer shaming, basically.
No, it's Roberto shaming very specifically.
It's very specific. Fair enough.
So I think we don't need this anymore. Stupid thing that has changed.
New computer, eh?
Yeah. No, that's wrong. I need to do this and this. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is super useful. You can search for shortcut, but for something by shortcut. And
By the way, I think Roberto has a talk tomorrow, but I don't know if it's in Italian or in
I don't know.
in English. It's about Kotlin multi-platform.
Oh,
I'm actually
nice.
super looking forward to it because something that I want to try. Because now that I'm getting familiar with Compose, it would be nice to try to get some iOS, Swift UI, Jetpack Compose, Kotlin multi-platform app. So
Yeah.
it could be interesting.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know if I can't hear you anymore.
You cannot hear me anymore.
What's happening?
What? God, no.
Is it me?
I do not know.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you, and you should be able to hear me unless
I don't know. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Can people hear
Yes.
No?
Can you hear me?
You can.
Even?
Okay, I can hear you, and they can hear us. I mean, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. It's
I
it's one of
mean,
those
we-
days
I
when
mean-
shit doesn't work.
I can't. I hate it. We have a fucking robot on Mars. I mean, the thing is flying like a fucking helicopter, and it's like 30 minutes in. Can you hear me? Do you hear me? Oh, no, you can't hear me anymore. Can you hear? No, we can see you. Fuck me. I understand that it's not the same people, okay? That it's not the same people that sends a rover on Mars and work on Skype. But if we stop sending shit on Mars and we focus for a couple of years on conference software, probably, I mean, I'm all about space expeditions, but we need to get the shit together, fix things. I mean, it's like printers. They never worked. Like, it has been like 50 years. They don't work. Why don't we fix printers? Okay. So
On the plus side,
the system education.
on the plus side,
Yes.
they can hear us both. The one problem I was seeing is that for whatever reason, Twitch really wants us to swear. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
At some point, I'm gonna snap. I hate this shit.
You have already
I don't care.
you technically have already done that. Well, okay. So I fixed everything. Everything is fine. I suspect that the problem was that for whatever reason, Skype has some global shortcuts that you can use to enable and disable microphone or something. And that might have happened.
Okay.
I don't know. I disabled them just in case and checked that my microphone was on.
Nice.
Destiny is not with
Okay,
us today. But fuck Destiny.
We can-
Fuck Destiny. Because what we are doing today is we are burning shit that we don't need.
Yay.
So fuck
Anymore.
this. Fuck this shit. Bye.
Okay.
What is this? This is
It's a list or some sort of. Yeah, you need to.
So I need to map all the entries. Okay, so this is notifications, or well, DB notifications, and I need to map these ones to proper notification entry thing. Now the problem is that well, first of all, we need to go to the notification entry thing and remove the original
Yeah, just to give me
notification.
an idea. Okay.
Because that doesn't really exist anymore. But we need to move the things that we were using from there to here. So this is, I think there was a string, probably. There's no original notification anymore. That's fine. But something else will have broken. Well, first of all, I don't need you anymore. You don't exist anymore. And you don't exist anymore. Okay, good. And then we have, where the shit was it? Here. Okay, yes. And this is ID.
Ooh, nice.
ID. Oh, ID is an int. Okay, fair enough. Good. Okay, so the idea, the basic idea that we have is that the notifications now, they really cannot be saved to disk. So what we need to rely on is either the application that sent the notification emitting the notification on restart. So the idea of saving the notifications and allowing people to access them and tap them and do shit. That's not possible because they can only exist while they are in memory. So if the process get killed, tough luck. That's what we.
They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone.
So the only thing that we can really do is making sure that when we post the notification, when we receive the notifications in the listener service, we save them in the repository. But when we save them, we actually need to extract all the data that we care about.
Okay.
And transform that into a database notification.
Subset.
Yeah, so the database notification, which is the model that we use to save the notification in the database, doesn't really have all the data that we need because as you see, there's a bunch of things here that we use that aren't really there anymore. So we need to fix that. How do you... Wait, what's the shortcut for optimize imports? That's what I was doing, wasn't I? Whatever. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to add the presentation assistant. I just realized. Apply.
The question that I have, because you were saying that we are relying on application re-emitting the notifications when the phone restarts. So that's the general behavior that you will expect from apps, right? If I'm not mistaken, there is also the system is based on this kind of behavior from the app. Even Android cannot do that much if the app does not sends the notification again. So basically we are going in the direction of what the system is doing, and we are doing as much as we can. That's the end of the line, basically.
Yeah. To make the whole thing work, like the way the OS works when you use the snooze feature in the notification. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but you can like partly swipe notification. There's a snooze button. You can tell it to snooze it for like half an hour or an hour or 2 hours, at least on Pixels. And that thing doesn't really save them. It just keeps them in a memory map or something. So whenever the OS reboots, then those are gone. And the application that posted them needs to say, oh, actually, there was some pending stuff that I need to repost.
Yeah.
So
because the application can do that, can persist somehow their own notification. So it's more like a kind of scope issue. It feels like, you can not do that for other apps, but you can do for yourself. You can do it for yourself at some level. You can remit, you can keep track what you emitted and emit that again if necessary.
Yeah.
Is it correct?
Yes, essentially, yes. That's what you're supposed to be doing as an app. Yeah. I think something broke because it's saying that this doesn't exist, which it does. And the import is correct. Well, it's missing, but it's in the same.
Yeah. Try.
Let me try and change it and see if it wakes up, because sometimes that's enough. Yeah, that's enough.
Yay!
Thank you, Kotlin plugin.
This
is not Android Studio. This is the Kotlin plugin, by the way.
Yeah. So Roberto repository is getting there.
Roberto repository is almost there. The only thing we need to do is this, which is
a mapper.
Yeah, we need to do something for DB notifications to allow them to convert themselves to notification entries.
Okay.
So
so what do we have and what are we missing? So we
that's the easy way to figure it out, which is notification entry. Oh, come on. I cannot type. And obviously this is fucked as well. It says it doesn't know what it is.
I mean, we only have one. We have only one package, so only one module. Wise, so lost.
Yeah,
Try
I don't
to make
know.
it public again.
I think Android Studio is kind of pondering on its life or something. Yeah. I don't think it makes sense to show the interactions because we cannot really do anything with them. So we'll just take them out, like the actions that you have on the on the notification.
I will keep it simple.
There's no point because we cannot actually save them. Although actually, no, wait, no, I'm wrong. We can keep them. We should keep them. But when we load them from the database, they will not be there. So essentially, the idea is this. We need to, this is complicated, but listen to me. One thing we can do is we need to distinguish the stuff that we put in our historical archive, which is the database, which is not going to have essentially all the intents and all that stuff. It's gone. But we can at least serve as, a list of the past notifications to show to the user. And then we have the stuff that is currently suspended, that will be deleted when the notification will be reposted. And that's just an in-memory cache that is we need to implement in the repository. And that's where we will be holding all the, the pending intents and all those things. And if something comes,
and those are actionable.
Yeah, and those are actionable because we have that information. And well, right now we have this, but we will move it to the repository, like the flow that we had done together. We're going to move it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's
saying
it's a bit lost.
It's very lost. Okay.
Try to, I don't know, rebuild.
Yeah, otherwise I'll do a invalidate cache and restart and
invalidate. So, okay.
Okay, now it's complaining about things that are still wrong.
Here, in the same file.
No, it's a different file, but it's always like the notification entry. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I think I know what the problem is in that specific case. Which was notification item. This function should actually be actually private. There's no point in exposing that. And same here. Okay, let's try again. What? Performance overlay. Okay. So no value passed for ID. That's fine. We just do ID equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and eventually it should work eventually, and until
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed.
eventually.
Missing an ID.
Uh,
I actually looked this morning when I was working on the thing that I thought when I was in bed, and I built it this morning out of frustration. Like I mean, after 2 weeks without coding, I was like, I need to code, I need to code. And this morning I woke up and I wrote an app in
Fair.
Compose just to, get the ball rolling, because I watched a lot of videos. I watched the video about the state by Florina, and
Uh-huh.
all the videos by Nick and Chris, and I was like, I want to try more hands-on, because you are doing most of the coding, because we don't have the code with me with Android Studio, unfortunate. So, and yeah, I built this thing this morning, and I was very, very happy, because it was literally like 3 hours and the app is there. And I'm thinking, wow, I mean, this thing is real, this thing is fucking real, because the UI is nice, everything looks, smooth, everything is like very cohesive, separation is decoupled nicely, everything is state based. I don't have to do shenanigans to turn on this, turn on that. I even tried to integrate Lottie animations. I was like, fuck me, I mean,
Wow.
let's do some fancy stuff. Yeah, I mean, it was like a drop in, because people are doing such a nice work with Lottie, and I like this time. I like being an Android developer now. Actually, I'm super happy. This thing is giving me so much relief. I mean, we have been doing this for a long time, and the frustration is always high when you need to do something that you think that is easy, and then you just can't make it happen because reasons or versions and stuff with Compose. It feels it feels way nicer. And yeah, there is a lot of stuff that it's a bit weird. Android Studio is giving me things like, oh no, I cannot find the documentation, and then you're like, oh, how do I use this? And then you need to start digging and looking at the source code. But at the same time, I'm doing a lot more of looking at the source code that I usually do with the normal Android stuff. It's more pleasant, to just control click, you go there, okay, that makes sense, that takes a composable, a couple of strings, oh yeah, it takes a modifier, okay, I have an idea. And then you start, going up in the chain or down in the rabbit hole and clicky, and then you realize, oh, okay, this is how they're doing it in this other place. And you're like, oh, fuck, it's more like a organic kind of thing. It's more like, it's not scary as the old Android. It's more like fascinating, and it feels way more natural. And so I'm looking forward to the future. The Google I/O stuff that we have next week. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So
I am doing shit that is probably going to break, but that's okay for now.
yeah, well, I mean, that's what we do.
Yep. Actually, I think, yeah, the package name should be unique, so that's enough. I was actually wondering how I can make this like a foreign key. And this is entity is db app info. Parent columns and child columns, I don't remember how to do that. On delete, we'll need to do shit. Okay, whatever. Let's do this later. I'm just preparing for, we're gonna need another table in the database where we store application information. But for now, this should be fine. Let's comment this shit out. Why is this still complaining? I don't know. Let's try and build again.
Okay, somebody is suggesting try to rename the notification entry to something else to avoid.
It shall henceforth be known as culo, which means ass in Italian.
Oh, yeah, it's in Italian. So
let's see if he's happy. If it's happy now.
Yeah,
it seems to be happy.
And just
no, it's not happy.
Funny part
but
is that
it's not happy for a good reason.
No, you're just missing an idea.
Yeah, it's not happy for a good reason.
But just to give you also a bit of context, culo also mean luck.
Yes, that's definitely what I was going for.
Yeah, so if it works, it's because we are lucky, right? Not because we are like bad people.
Yes.
No, because we are lucky. So this is good.
Okay, I actually think this is probably something that is worth doing in DP notification in the companion object to something like from notification, and no, definitely not what I meant to do. Well, I can close this.
Shit. Me.
What?
Sorry, my back hurts. So I have to find a position because surgery.
#surgery.
I asked the neurosurgeon about the scar. I was like, is it like a badass scar that I can brag about? Like I fought like a like a shark attacked me in the sea, and then I showed this immense scar, and it was. No, I mean, no, it won't be any scar because, the robot. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, the scar. I mean, it's like time in 1 year, you won't have anything like there won't be
and you
nothing.
Were disappointed.
I was like, okay, but when I come back for take off the stitches, and he was like, they run no stitches, so we are not talking the same language. I was like, what do you mean there are no stitches? Yeah, because fancy shit, so no stitches. Everything is gonna be just absorbed, and I was like, oh fuck, now I need a tattoo because I don't have a scar.
Are you like in a midlife crisis? It's a bit early for that.
Yeah, you have to remember this episodes, life's episodes, and so if I don't have a scar, I need a new tattoo. So
just doing the boring part, which is just typing shit out, and then I will leave this to you to make nicer in terms of domain modeling. But until we figure out what we need, it's kind of like whatever.
It's incremental.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm a bit that I'm also waiting is the plugin that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. The Kotlin fill constructor plugin that I suggested you, just to avoid this kind of manual labor. Just do alt enter and it fills the constructor for you. It's not available yet on Canary 15, so I couldn't use it this morning. I'm so used to IntelliJ. Yeah, I mean, eventually we will have everything in IntelliJ, so we are grateful to the Android people and to the JetBrains people, and we hope that at some point that the two systems will converge to, in an effort for simplification. But yeah, for now, no joy. We need to wait for the
plugin. Can hope, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm almost done with the boring part. Well, I managed to fuck it up. Notification dot name. No.
Yeah, Kotlin.
Wait,
Kotlin,
what the fuck is name? No, I think this is wrong.
It's not available.
No, that's definitely wrong. That makes no sense. That's not a thing. It's only I just need the ID, which is the notification.id. Okay. So now, given I've completely changed the database, but I haven't
for a few errors.
No, I mean the app database was fucked. So I will have to uninstall the app, but I think it's still in the confused state where it doesn't really know shit. But
Okay.
The point is, if I have changed this data model here and there's no migration, so the database looks different now. So I just deleted, I want to uninstall the app or clear the app data so that this gets fixed by recreating.
Yeah. So,
Yes, Roberto was
Sounds
mentioning
great.
something about auto
auto
migrations,
migrations.
but I don't know. I'm a simple man. Oh wait, we already have notification ID, so I don't need that.
Auto migration. I mean, sounds like magic. How do they do that?
Magic?
Yeah. I mean, it's like Hogwarts kind of
Yeah.
shit, right?
So, okay, this is the point where things start breaking down, because the problem is that we cannot really do this.
What do you mean?
We cannot really convert our DB notification to our cool. Let's try again. Or let's call it model for
Entity,
now.
model,
Whatever.
yeah.
Model. It's okay for now. But this one, obviously the notification model that we created is created from, like, this is in-memory notification. So maybe we can call it...
Notification.
Well, that's very confusing. Maybe we can call it in-memory notification. Or current notification.
Yeah.
Current notification.
Or
active notification.
It's more like, yeah, it's more like they are still alive. They are still actionable at some level.
Okay, let's call it actionable notification.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a few things that need fixing. Okay. Yes, let's go.
Boom.
Now, the nice thing to do would be to get like a super class that contains only the stuff without, this. Because these are the two parts that we don't know how to populate. So,
yeah.
Maybe we can start doing this and then you continue doing it next time. So let's say a sealed class, maybe?
Yeah. I mean...
Technically.
So there's gonna be like what? It's like two versions or one version with like composition to.
I would say two versions.
How do we imagine?
I don't know, because the alternative would be like we either make this a seal class, or we can make a base class that is like a notification model, and that is open, and that is also extended by active notification, that is the same thing, but on top also has the icons and interactions. I don't know, what do you reckon makes more sense?
But I will probably try to use composition, just for the sake of trying to do the right thing, to avoid inheritance kind of shit. If we can manage. I mean, no. I mean, I know that we are here to mess around, but we could also try to, inspire good habits.
Okay, so let's say that our data class is essentially this. But with the difference of, just gonna move this shit up here. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Refactor. Okay, good. Now, this is okay. So what you would do is do like a data class that is active notification.
Yeah, I will probably create an active notification that contains a notification plus another couple of things that only the active notification has, and do something similar for the the persisted version that only contains the notification model, for instance. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, I don't know if we need to create a separate one for the persisted, because this is essentially what is going to be persisted anyway. Like this is the persistable data, let's say. So we're probably enough. It's probably enough to do something like this.
Just the action up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do
that. Chop.
This. Obviously, this is gonna break all the shit. This is a bit annoying, but no, it's fine. It's just most of this shit should actually live here, if not all of them. I think icons and interactions are the only ones that are meant to be in here. So let's say this goes there, this goes here. Well, is clickable, obviously not meant to be here. Okay, now this doesn't make sense anymore. This doesn't make sense anymore. We want to have this here as well, but instead of all this bullshit is notification dot is not empty, or icons dot is not empty. Okay. Icons is, well, I can just get rid of this shit. Okay. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. This is all okay. Good. We have broken everything else in the app, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, we are compiler-driven development, so you just build it and then you stitch it.
I think there's a question that you're the best suited to answer.
Yeah, this is... okay, composition is a better way to do things. Well, it's definitely the way that has been suggested since effective Java. And of course, we are dealing with Kotlin, that the same thing applies. You should be trying. So your effort when you want to build this kind of stuff should be focused in the direction of building this Lego blocks that then you can compose, instead of using inheritance, because you are using inheritance just because you don't want to write the same code over and over and over. So you are using a tool just to save you some typing, but there is no intrinsic inheritance when you create a base class and then you extend the base class just because you want to add stuff to the base class. We have been seeing this a lot for a long time. Everybody has like a base activity, a base fragment, and then you start creating other stuff based on the base fragment. Eventually, when things grow, the team grows, you risk something that is called base class fragility, and it's basically a scenario where you work on your stuff, and at some point your classes start to behave in a different way because somebody somewhere changed the base class. Okay, and so they propagated this new behavior down through the inheritance chain, and things start to get a bit messy and you get a lot of subtle bugs. So instead of using inheritance in a way that is actually just you're trying to save you from typing the same code over and over and over, you should be building Lego blocks, building small classes that probably they contain a bit of a behavior or a bit of data, and then you compose them the way we have been doing this. So you have a like a base model, a notification model, and you use the notification model to create another type or another object that is richer, because it contains the same things that the notification model has, plus other things. So it's not extending the notification model, but it's using the notification model to create its own behavior. And this gives a bit more like cohesion, and things are a bit more clear, because to create, for instance, an actionable notification, you need to, you see it in the data class, you need to pass a notification model object to that constructor. So we are using, the basic dependency injection possible, constructor injection, and it's very clear what we want to do and what we want to achieve. So we want to create an object that has 2 pieces or 3 pieces of information. It needs a notification model. It needs it's how it's called, like it's action something, an icon something, and it's super clear in the constructor itself. So you just you're 1 click away to understand what's going on. You don't need to dig and try to understand, oh no, this class is extending this base class or this other class or this other class, and then you realize that you end up with a lot of stuff that you don't need. You don't even know that you are getting, because inheritance hides a lot of stuff. And you go in a direction where you are more explicit. So you have everything in the constructor, and you use this, composition, composable, because it's a funny word because it's so rich for us. But this is what we do. The whole composable situation, the whole composable ideas is like you have blocks and you build bigger things with small blocks like Lego. But everything is clear because, there is a type and you need to feed it in the constructor. So you should always try to use composition, because composition makes the whole code a bit more clear. There are very fewer surprises, when you have everything in the constructor and you don't have extends or weird shit, and then you have to hunt down who changed the base class on the other side of the project for an unrelated PR, and it's not even their fault, because they probably had their reasons to change the class, but they couldn't track down every possible side effect. That's one of the risks. That's why you shouldn't do the kind of inheritance, because that's not how it was meant to be. And the suggested way from effective Java, effective Kotlin, try to use composition over inheritance, because if you can do it with inheritance, you can do it better with composition. You just need to sit down, take a moment, take a deep breath, check with your team how we want to do this. We need to do this and this, how we want to build it. And, pattern will emerge, models will emerge, and eventually everybody's going to be on board, because everybody was part of the conversation at some point. So it's not a better way to do things necessarily. It's of course it's controversial as everything in our creative work, because computer science and programming, there is one problem, there is like a million possible solutions, because it's a creative craft. But it's definitely something that works for me, because it's easier to to reason about when you have everything clear in the constructor. So I hope I answered the question. I'm gonna also change the position again, because I need to stand a bit. Yes,
you sound like a very old man.
Yeah, I'm I just found out that I'm geriatric, how was it? Geriatric millennial.
You are geriatric for sure.
Well, that's for sure. It's geriatric millennial. Apparently we are doomed more than destined to lead the generations ahead, because we can talk old stuff and new stuff. And I was like, I still don't buy it, because it's
still bullshit.
Subjective. No, because I mean, it's so specific, it's so subjective to every person that you cannot generalize. Like, oh yeah, if you were born in the 1983, you are perfect to talk to old people and new people. And I was like, okay, whatever. Just because I had a old phone before I had Facebook, but apparently there's research. So
There's,
praise.
I mean,
You're gonna be a leader,
allegedly.
Seb. Yeah, you're gonna
Allegedly.
be a leader. I was like, yeah, just let me code. I don't want to lead shit. So I
Okay,
saw that
so
there is a lot of Ivan over and over and over, even if I'm not there.
I am while you have been talking, I have been working as usual, and I am slowly moving all the code that we add to the new world order or whatever.
Okay.
So migrating shit as much as I can. The sender app info here is a bit like it might contain an icon, but we need to figure out a proper way to do this using like an image loader, saving this image, blah blah blah. But for now, it doesn't matter.
Well, I was checking, and there is support from Coil for Jetpack Compose.
Yeah.
So it would be nice also to look into that.
Yes, but I don't know if we will have time today, so maybe next week, or maybe you can start doing that on Wednesday. I don't know.
I can even write down an issue on GitHub so we can keep track of shit.
Yeah. Okay, actually, does it need... No, it doesn't need any shit. This can actually be persist. So I call the persistable notification persistable notification. And I call the the other one active notification.
Nice.
And then, yeah. Persistable notification. Okay, that's fine. That's fixed. This is unhappy because this could be null. Fair enough. And then I will just do... Oh wait, it wants the string resource. That's... Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll create a app name, and this is this or notification.appinfo.package name. Okay, so if we don't have an app name, then we show the package name instead. And this one wants the timestamp. The timestamp probably just needs a persistable notification. What is it? What was it complaining about? No, sir, you don't need that.
Too many parameters. What? Boom. Types, man. Types
are good. Okay.
Types are just love, man. Types are love. I don't know how people do without them.
I think this can also be a persistable notification. The only thing it doesn't have is the icons. No, it needs to be the Yes, although technically this should be turned, like the icons should be moved to the persistable notification. I'll just leave a to do here. Move these to persistable notifications. The idea is that we want to save them,
store the
disk, and just like the point is we have a unique ID, right? So what we can do is in the image loader we can say, oh, the big icon for this, if it exists, is unique ID, well, technically like this, underscore icon, right? And the same thing that we can do for the sender app info is that we can do the sender app info. The icon for the app would be package name that is unique, must be package name underscore icon. so that we know that that's the icon and we just save it like that. So we don't need to do crazy shit. We don't need to keep things in memory. We can just load it when it needs to be loaded.
Yeah. I mean,
oh, you have exploded again.
How do you imagine it? Eventually,
your face is covering up a lot of the screen again. So please bear with me while I fix even again.
Yeah. I apologize. Come on, you can leave me like that if you're.
Your ego is too big to be contained, and
yeah. Eventually, I'll just blow up like the gigantic. How was it? It was in Ghostbusters. It was like the gigantic.
Whoa!
Goodyear.
Something happened. I think something is really triggering badly. That. Oh no! Reset this thing. I don't even know what it was.
You know what? I can probably try to play around with OBS in the next days to try to create a new device that it's not my webcam, like some sort of containment, like giving you like I don't know, better source to try to contain this, something that I can try.
I mean, that'd be great.
Because it never happens with other softwares. It didn't happen with any other guest, even if I understand that probably they had better connection. I don't know why I just apologize. I mean,
I'm too old for this shit.
It's a rough time. No, I mean, I'm really sorry that my setup is not, super fancy. I mean, we need you need to do what you have. So
yeah,
eventually iterations either. You know what? After I recovered from the financial expenses of the surgery, I'm gonna buy like a better cam, a better.
So maybe I'm almost done, if we're lucky. So I'm tired. Okay, so yeah, I fixed you here, and I will fix you in the other one as well. Just give me a second. I'm almost done.
But I don't understand why it doesn't store it doesn't persist this kind of stuff in a preset or something.
It does, but the problem is that the flow that comes in from Skype when your connection craps up kind of forgets about itself and sets its size to whatever it feels like.
Okay.
So that's essentially the issue, which we face here. Okay, so technically, this is almost done.
Super.
Yeah, I am super. Maybe more. And maybe more. Okay, I'm done. I am done. I think this is good. And oh, fuck off! It broke again in the other one.
I know.
You see, it keeps changing, and that confuses the shit out of whatever. Like something gets really confused. So I don't know what's going on, because I just set the size and it changed it again, and I'm like, oh, you see, change it. I'm done with this shit. I cannot.
Yeah, come on.
I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered anymore.
No. No, there is a threshold for return of investment. Come on, let's be pragmatic.
At least they're not taking up the whole column like you were doing earlier. So that's a step.
Yeah, people want to see code. Just give them code.
Well, this could also devolve into a quick OBS lesson, I guess.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna have a workshop,
Yes. So this notification dot persistable notification dot, and I think I just need to do the same thing here, Okay, this is fixed.
Looks good.
This is fucked. This notification to active notification. Yes, this is it. And this doesn't exist. This active notification. Okay, this is fixed. This is active notification, and this I'm just gonna call it active notification.
Once again, like, subscribe. Okay, it's gonna
ring
help
the bell.
channel a
No,
lot.
wait.
Don't. Yeah, also check the bell. I mean, you are always looking probably the live, but the notification bell, if you can check it out, it's gonna help us with the whole YouTube whatever algorithm fancy. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on there, but it's important that you, even if you follow the live, please just head over the VOD on YouTube when it's available. Just give us a like, subscribe to the channel, check out the notification bells, and you. Okay, we have a question.
Go for it. While I keep fixing shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. Okay. For someone that is new-ish. What would you suggest? We want a smallish project app that, in order to be able to easily prove their competence. And blah, 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 that I just worked on closed source stuff back there and it's hard to stand out. So, well, I mean, let's say I was in bed. I was trying to, keep my mind active and thinking about what I could build with Compose. This morning I woke up and I built the app. The app that I built is just one screen. I launched the wizard, create a Compose activity. Android Studio gave me a working app. I built a card view with 3 checkboxes and a bit of state, a bit of animation. It's a utility app. It's a super easy project. You can make it open source. You can make it on the Play Store. You can use it as a base, a sandbox for other projects. As somebody is suggesting, if you are working with current Android, so there is no Compose, something that is definitely the standard that is used in every possible code challenge that I have been doing like for the last 10 years. Sebastiano probably the same, Sasha probably the same. It's gonna be something like I make a network request, I fetch a JSON, and I show it in a cycle view, exactly like they are suggesting in the chat. This is basically 99% of the app on the Play Store. Okay. So everybody's actually been doing that. Everybody needs to be able to do that because that's a fundamental skill. Because it's so common. You need to do dependency even with something like that easy. I can link you to the project that we did with Aurelio, with other students at my course. We did exactly the same. Okay, we built an app that fetches something from a REST API with retrofit and feeds it to a recycle view. Okay, a bit too simple, but that's the thing is that it's simple because it's more like familiar. I wouldn't say that it's simple per se, because you can play around with things. How do you want to build it? Even if you want to build like just a network request, you can do everything in an activity. Okay, just fuck it. I hate architecture. Just throw everything in the activity like it was 10 years ago. On the other side of the spectrum, you can build like a multi-module app to prove that you can use multi-module Gradle. You can do retrofit, or you can do retrofit with Moshi, or you can do Ktor with Kotlin serialization. You can build it in a multi-platform fashion. You can do dependency injection with Hilt, with Coin. You can do navigation components, or you can stick to the activity. Every screen is an activity. There is like a huge spectrum of how even something that looks simple, like, okay, I'm just fetching some JSON, ends up in your project. How do you want to craft the thing? And that also depends how much time you have. For instance, if you have enough time, would you prioritize UI? Would you prioritize testing? Would you prioritize architecture? So it's not about, if you're not building a tool that solves a problem, but you are just, you just want to put something on GitHub that shows that you can do, there is an infinite amount of angles that you can play it. Eventually, for instance, a lot of code challenge, they give you a time constraint, okay? They give you 6 hours. You know that you cannot do anything in 6 hours, but that's something that the recruitment team, for instance, uses most of the time to understand what are your priorities. Because if I give you like 3 weeks, I mean, in 3 weeks, you can do everything. You can probably build the whole kernel from scratch, whatever, fuck it. But if I give you 6 hours and you need to deliver, because the goal is always to deliver value to the user, what are you gonna prioritize? Okay, are you gonna do the UI, fancy UI, or you are gonna do like basic UI with a lot of infrastructure, with a lot of architecture? Well, that gives you information about what kind of developer you are, and they are looking for that kind of developer. This is good, or this is not the field. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of APIs. I mean, in our course, they use the dog API, cats API. There was also the cocktail API. There was recipe API. There's plenty of stuff that you can use. I mean, you don't need to think about, okay, there is the GitHub repository APIs, everybody, or IMDb API. If you don't want to be bored with the classic stuff, go for some fancy API. Try to make something that makes you happy. It doesn't have to be special or fix any problem. The end goal is that has to make you happy. Something to channel your passion, and then you build upon it. I mean, why even bother? Just code. Why you put it on GitHub, build it open source, start creating a network. Write some blog post about, I started a new project, give it a shot. Tweet here, tweet there. Can you retweet? You get some feedback. People are interested. You throw it on the Play Store. It's the basic stuff. As long as you play around and you have fun, nobody can tell you anything. And that builds confidence, and that builds experience. Yeah, as they are suggesting in the chat, stick to the basic stuff that is some sort of standard de facto on Android. Focus on MVVM or unidirectional data flow. Keep in mind that now we are using coroutines. Everything has to be asynchronous, so you have to take care of that kind of stuff. Libraries, experiment. You can use Glide, you can use Coil, you can use Picasso, and then you can write about your experience. Well, I tried 3 libraries, I like this more because this and this, or I ran some experiments. Dependency injection is always some nice topic. Dependency management, I would say, I like Coin, I like Hilt, I like Dagger, or I'm doing it manually. There is so much stuff that you can do, but don't limit yourself. Don't overthink it. Just start coding, exactly like we did. We started and I was like, oh fuck, let's do this. Yeah, we have no idea how to do it. Even better, because we are showing that even if we have been doing this for 10 years, yeah, we have like an average idea of the direction that we are oriented. I mean, this is the head, this is the S. At least we know that's the direction.
Do we though?
Well, I'm actually overselling this because most of the time we have no fucking idea. This morning I was like, okay, how was the text view? No, it's not text view. How was it? Text. Okay, How do I do the modifier? Fuck me, I was like, I can't remember shit.
What's
We
my
did it
name
2 weeks
again?
ago. It was like, but again, you approach everything with the so-called beginner mindset. The moment you stop stressing over the fact that you cannot you don't know how to do things. When you don't know how to do things, that's great because you're gonna learn, and learning is the best. Learning is the best thing that can happen to you. Like, there is nothing better than learning, because learning is the way we are built as humans. Evolution, that kind of shit. I don't know how to do it. I figure it out. Boom, move forward. Tomorrow I'm learning other stuff. And that's it. Your comfort zone becomes larger and larger and larger. At some point, you are not stressed anymore. You don't think that, oh yeah, I only have 1 year of experience. Then you don't think in that terms anymore. You're like, yeah, I saw shit. I know what to do, or don't. If I don't know how to do it, well, there is Stack Overflow, there is Google. I mean, there is nothing. Today, we live in a world. There is nothing that you cannot do. Like, literally. Like, I'm not making this up just for the sake of motivational kind of bullshit. Literally, we live in the age of information. It's not like 30 years ago. You can literally learn everything today on YouTube, for fuck's sake. I mean, you can learn everything. Okay, you can fix your sink, you can fix your car, or you can start coding just on YouTube. So with the right mindset, there is no problem they can throw at you, and you don't know what to do. With the right mindset, it's like, okay, well, I never did it. I haven't have experience with this yet. Yet is the important part, because if you're just like, oh no, I don't know how to do it, and your brain just stops. But if you are like, oh, I don't know how to do it yet, that's just one step away from learning how to do it. And that's the great part. That's the great part, because that makes you different from the rest of the people that probably are like more anxious or more having a hard time with this kind of beginner mindset. They have a comfort zone that they uncomfort in their comfort zone. My comfort zone, it's always too small, so always getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's how you do it. Okay, just go for it. Fuck it. Who cares?
I agree.
Why would you bother? Why would you bother? I mean, we love you. When there is no way around. Just do shit.
I mean, we are doing this stuff just because, essentially, and
yeah,
that's how it works. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, Sebastian is losing his shit with this OBS and streaming and swearing and he hates me because my connection is shit. We are doing it nevertheless, because we love it, because we are engineers. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Well, we can do everything. So why would you bother? Do everything. Fuck it. Who cares? Do whatever makes you happy, as long as it's legal, or I mean, borderline legal, whatever. But don't hurt people.
Please don't hurt people. That's bad.
Yeah, don't. And also animals, because I love animals. What else
Aren't
we have
animals people?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But that's more inheritance. The animal, cat, dog inheritance example. Fuck it, I hate it. How do you prioritize what must learn first? Well, that's actually a nice question. I will say gut feeling, energy. I mean, I postponed compose until it was beta. While there are people like, Joburg or even Roberto, they started when it was like 0 point whatever nightly build. We have 10 lines of code and we call it compose, use it.
Yeah.
We didn't buy in until it was beta. Reasons, I don't know. For me, the whole project, for instance, it started because I was frustrated when I tried to work out with Compose at the beginning. I couldn't get my head around, and I was like pushing back. Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna wait until it's 1.0 stable and nobody's gonna use it for another year. I have time. And then we had a chat with Sebastian and was like, well, we can do it together. And then, you realize that the environment is different. The environment is super important when you want to learn things. I was like, yeah, I failed. I couldn't do it alone because reasons. I didn't have the right mindset. I didn't have the right amount of energy or the right motivation. I can do it with Sebastiano. Let's do it. Let's do it together live on Twitch. Who the fuck cares? And then you jump on the thing, and now I love the thing. But again, we did
didn't take much
with RX Java.
It just needs to,
but that's
get into it.
The environment, the environment is super important. You don't have to do things alone. You are not alone. Okay, that's the important part. You can ask for help. We ask for help all the time. I don't know anything. I mean, I know a lot of stuff, but I don't know anything. I know that I don't know a lot of stuff, and I keep asking for help constantly, all the time. I ask for help all the time. And then it makes me stronger because I build a relationship with people. We did something similar, back in the day, Kotlin was like coming. By the way, it's like 10 years. I couldn't wrap my head around it. It was like 10 years of Kotlin. When we started using Kotlin was like 0.8, 0.9 something. It was not a thing yet. But it was nice because it was like sort of a gamble, and we were thinking, okay, it could be nice. We can still use it with Java, so why not? And we tried Kotlin, then Kotlin exploded. 2017, Google I/O, everybody went ballistic because Kotlin was the official language. Now, fuck it. It was a good thing that we started a bit before, because when they get official, you have a bit of experience and you can sell it probably. You are more marketable if you're looking for a job. Same thing went for RX Java. I remember with Sasha, like 2013, we were using RX Java like from .NET kinda RX.NET bullshit, and then it came out RX Java, and we were gambling on RX Java because we hated async tasks so much that it was like, I don't care if this thing doesn't go anywhere. At least I don't have to use a async task. And eventually, it paid off. RX Java, but then coroutines came, and then you say, okay, well, I learned RX Java, so much effort to learning RX Java. I wrote books about RX Java. Now RX Java is dead. Do you care? No, the fuck cares? You learn a new thing, and now we love coroutines, and we start. And now we love Compose. That's why that's why we love what we do, because you never stop. You want to learn Flutter, learn Flutter. Have an opinion. You can do whatever you. Now, for instance, I'm working with Compose, pet projects, test project, other stuff. But now I'm thinking, fucking Roberto, he's messing with my head with Kotlin multi-platform shit all the time, and I was like, now I want to try Kotlin multi-platform. I mean, at some point, I'm just gonna create some random app that fetches some JSON and shows it in a Compose list or SwiftUI list, whatever they have, and I give it a shot. It's gonna take a weekend or like a couple of weekends, and you get an idea if the things can. It's interesting for you or not, or you have an opinion. So you don't need to be a master. You just need to get curious about things and learn. Never stop learning. That's the beauty. So much stuff to do. Yes, it's overwhelming, but you can pick, cherry pick things because you will definitely have some bias, some preference, and you go for that. Yeah, but I think Roberto is doing a talk tomorrow. Let me check. Just give me a second, because Roberto, I think, is talking about Kotlin tomorrow, but I don't know.
You mentioned about multi-platform, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't know if, let's say, because there is a meetup, I don't know if it's in Italian or in English, so I don't know, but I'm gonna just drop the link here for the sake of spamming the word. And that's what we do. You know, Roberto, same thing, Fabio. They never stop learning. They never stop messing around with things. Let's see. So this is what upcoming events. Yeah. Introduzione probably is gonna be in Italian, but I think that you can get something also in English from some previous. Okay. So this is something that probably it's gonna, Kotlin multi-platform is something that I'm curious about. I have a Mac. It's an old machine, but it's still running. So fingers crossed. And why not? Compose, Swift UI, kind of the same thing. You learn a new thing. Why bother? Okay. Well, Flutter is the future. Flutter is definitely something that is a technology that is appealing to some people. There are agencies that are actually building good stuff with Flutter. It depends. No, like Seb always says, it depends, because that's fucking depends. Because that's the reality. If you are like an agency, probably you're building an app for like let's say an event. It's gonna last a week, and they want the app on the Play Store. Probably you don't need 2 apps. You can just build a Flutter app and fuck it. In 3 weeks the app is gonna be forgotten, but you have 2 apps on the Play Store. So Flutter can be a solution in specific thing. Yeah, I understand. The MacBook. We were actually the barrier is interesting. But this morning we were discussing the Mac Mini, the M1, that is about like €1,000. That is actually not bad. I mean, the only concern is the 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
Probably, 32 will be best. But again, you don't need necessarily a €4,000 laptop. You probably can set for €1,000 Mac Mini. I mean, I know that €1,000 is a lot of money, but again, it's more like an investment. Like it's like a lot of stuff that we do in No, but actually the Mac Mini, I looked it up benchmarks. The Mac Mini with 16 gigabyte, and it's like €1,000. It's kicking ass, like it's kicking ass. No, you can't improve the RAM because Apple. Come on, really? You can touch the thing. It's like one gigantic sock. Fuck it. I mean, the thing is, you open the thing, there's just like a board. That's it. Everything is just soldered on it. That's it.
I hope you like soldering. But the thing is, Apple being Apple, even if you did like soldering, you wouldn't be able to change shit because they have DRM on hardware as well. So, like batteries have DRM on Apple. So
you buy it and you keep it. But 16 gigabytes is actually performing nicely in benchmarks. Again, it depends. It's not a high performance machine. Probably it's not like having like a 64 gigabytes window machine. But if you need to do the multi-platform thing, constraints. You need to work with what you have to build what you need. So you can see it as an investment. My suggestion: build an app, put some ads, throw it on the Play Store, get some money, buy a Mac. Easy peasy.
You make it sound easy like it's peasy. Super easy, but it is not that easy.
No, it's not. It's not super easy, but it's not impossible.
Fair enough.
And I'm always about trying. I'm all about trying. You have an idea, you build an app, it takes you 2 weekends. Perfect. It's an MVP. Throw some banners, throw a subscription model, whatever. Put it on the Play Store and move on to the next idea. And just keep building shit. Eventually something will stick. That's what happens to me. It happens to a lot of other people. You build an app for you, and then people start using it. You're like, fuck me. What? Why do they use it? And then you realize that there was a problem that you fixed, and people are happy, and they are willing to, pay you a beer or subscribe or click on your banners. Who cares? But you will never know until you just ship stuff. Okay. Yes. Well, if it's nice, you never know. You will never know. Only your users can tell you if the app is nice or not. And that's the only thing that matters. Your user feedback. So just go for it. Seb, where are you? I just abandoned you for like half an hour.
Yeah, you were speaking a lot, so I thought it would be rude to interrupt you.
Yeah.
The old man started complaining about when things were better in his time.
Back in my day.
Oh God.
So where are you? You are working on the persistence.
Yeah. So I decided that saving the images to the disk is something that we need to do now. I've actually also added coil, although we're not using it yet.
You picked coil.
We're not using it yet. The first thing I want to do is to have this, like I created, this interface that can be used to, actually, this is not notification. Sorry, I'm just going to call it images storage. Yes.
Fair enough.
Okay, because then I also need to do this for the application icon. So that's okay. But the idea is that I will use this in the repository. So when I'm told save notification, then I can actually just say, well, actually, let me prototype it. Private val image storage. Well, we don't have a way to provide it with Hilt yet, but we'll do it. It's not a big deal. I actually don't need to do this, I think, because Room does know how to do threading, so that is probably good enough. But what I need to do is I need to save the image. So I would do like images storage dot save icons from, and I need the active notification. Yes, so I'll need to change this because obviously the icons are in the active notification, not in the persistable notification. Yeah. So active notification, and this is active notification dot persistable notification. Okay, this is gonna break somewhere. I don't really care for now, but the idea is that now I have this done.
That's a news method.
Yeah. We aren't using it yet.
That's the reading part.
Yeah. So the idea is that here I also want to do remove icons for notification from images storage. Okay, and this would be the same thing, and also I don't need this anymore. Oh wait, no. 1 second. Is this? Yeah, it's a suspend. Okay, so I don't need this. Fine, and oops, I don't need this either, and I need to do the same thing here. On top of this, I actually need to do something like this. So I'm starting to think that maybe the way we have modeled the data doesn't make entire sense, but that's okay. The thing is, get notification right now gives you a flow of lists of persistable notifications, which is fine. Except that it needs something like a way to turn this notification back to like something that we can display. So the idea with the persistable notification is that it doesn't have anything there. Well, no, okay, ignore me. For now, it's okay.
What do you mean?
No, I was thinking in terms of making it symmetric the way we load and store the images, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter it doesn't really matter, because the way we do shit is that when we will get to use the icons from this, like to use the notifications, like the history, let's say, from disk, we will just use coil and tell it, hey, get a notification, this is the icon, load the
Just
icon.
load them. Yeah.
Problem solved.
YOLO.
Yes, which I'm actually thinking kind of this is wrong. Like I shouldn't do this. What I should do, instead of loading the icons here, I should have a way to tell me the file name for the icon instead.
Like the
and then
the
let
path or the
coil,
file name?
yeah, whatever, either one, and then let coil deal with it.
Yeah.
So here, instead of
Like
having
a string.
yeah, like this wouldn't be this, but probably I would have like maybe I can move this, I can make it here, and I would have like a object notification icon. Well, that could be an enum even. Enum notification icon. Size. Let's call it size for now. And then we would have, well, we can get rid of this.
Why is complaining? Is it enum class?
Yeah, it's enum class. I always forget.
I never use it.
And this one is val. Let's say key, cache key, which is a string, and then I can just do this like this. Okay, and I need this. Okay,
comma.
And I think I'll just do the same thing for the app, even though there's only one. I think we only have one app icon, so whatever, I don't care.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yes. So.
Okay.
Load icons for. So this would be get icon file, and then we need to.
No, I think we can access the. We have a question. No, we can access the value right away in the enum. You can just do dot.
Yeah,
I guess notification icon.
Notification icon like size dot cache key is what we will need.
Yeah.
We'll get to it in a second. I just need to get the icon size. Okay, like this. That's fine. Update. Thank you, refactor. Let's say culo for now.
Optional value.
It's optionally culo
because we are lucky, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's the reason.
Fix some import, right?
Yeah.
Go. Lucky.
Image storage dot notification icon size dot notification. Yeah, I will need to rename them, but I just wanted to make this work first because I'm lazy. And this would be small, this would be large, and this would be extra large. Okay. Oh, obviously this is key dot cache key, and I think we should actually rename this to icon size.
Icon size.
And here, why are you laughing? And here, okay.
No, because there is a comment. Culo forever.
Yes, culo is.
Yeah, people are excited.
Universal value. Everyone likes it.
Yeah.
Everyone likes being lucky. No.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody feels lucky. You know, you need to have like a positive mindset.
Okay.
Why my MacBook is just going through the Skype? Just stop.
Through the Skype? What?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Skype is like, yeah, it's like 110% of CPUs. Like without reason. Well, anyway.
I mean, there's a reason
So
you're
if you
looking
have,
at
if
it
you
and
hear,
it's shy.
yeah, probably it's just introvert Skype.
Yeah.
But so if you hear some fan going
We
off like
don't.
a helicopter,
We
my
don't.
Mac,
Luckily enough, we don't.
it's my Mac. Nice.
Okay, so
Nice.
this is not suspend because it doesn't need to do anything weird. That's fine. So we have the persistable notification dot unique ID. Okay. And I think this is where we do this. And we just called in save icon, we just called get icon file instead of doing whatever we were doing. So not well, unique ID, that works for me. Return this, and this is just unique ID, and this is icon size dot cache key.
Why is it complaining? What do you want? Requires unit.
Return type is file.
Yeah,
I'm actually thinking whether it should do something like take if it dot exists. Like if the file exists, then we return it. Otherwise, it's just like there's no point. There's no point. I already know it doesn't exist. There's no point in you calling the image loader to go and check if that image exists. I'm telling you it doesn't exist.
Well, we can even think about like a fallback at some point. You know, like displaying some icon instead of nothing.
Yeah, but well, that will like, be something that comes a lot down the line. But I think Coil probably has some facilities to that effect.
Yeah. I will probably prefer to do it in the presentation layer at that point.
Yeah. Okay, so let's actually do this and do notification icon size. I will rename this to icon size. Come on. Yes, whatever, don't care. Okay, and this is get icon file. Oh no, wait, we cannot do this. We need to return it even if it doesn't exist. That's okay, because here we need the file anyway. So and this actually needs notification unique ID, and I'll just, you know what, screw you. Yes, okay. What are you complaining?
Change.
No.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
It's always the second.
Yeah, it doesn't like it, but whatever. This is faster. Okay. So notification unique ID and icon size. Okay, perfect. Good. This is very naive. It's just if it already has that icon file, then it doesn't resave it. That's fair enough because this is like a notification icon. It's not an application icon. So whatever. It's good enough for now.
YOLO.
Yeah, it's good enough for now. Okay, so we are here. We're saving the icons. That's fine. This one. This one actually has, okay, we're not using the disk image storage, so let's actually do that. We need the Roberto module.
Dependency.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also need dependency injection, right?
Yeah, plus right now we're using an in-memory database, which is kind of shit. But
grown-up database.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like database builder would be the one that you want to use, but for now, it's okay to, well, no, you know what? Let's use a grown-up database.
Yeah, come on, improve. What do we need?
No,
a name?
Well, we'll call it Roberto, obviously.
Of course.
Wait. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, no.
Struggling. It's this.
Yeah.
Database builder.
Other bit
Okay.
with the smooth.
And now we need another provides for fun. Provide
like
image storage.
Image storage, I guess, yeah.
This needs an application.
Application as well. Yeah, because it needs the context, right? I mean, it's needs.
Yeah, I actually don't think this should. I don't think this needs to be inject because after all, we create this manually. So I think it's okay, and we can make it inject later on if we need. But I'd rather use the interface instead because thinking in terms of testing, it would make more sense to have this like interface that we can implement as an in-memory image storage or something like that.
For sure.
So yeah, I just went a bit ahead, but that should be okay. I was working on the module, and I need the application. And this is disk images storage, and takes the application. Also, this takes any application, really, doesn't matter which one. Okay, good. Okay, so now if we go here and we build, we should see that it knows how to provide an image storage, hopefully. Let's see. It does not.
Close enough.
KAPT execution.
Wait, what do you mean? There is like some weird shit.
Binding. Image storage cannot be provided. Oh, yeah, I know what I've done wrong. In the module, this is actually the interface.
That is the interface.
Yeah, because otherwise it's the wrong type.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay, now it's failing for the right reason.
Almost there.
Which is good. So save notification, that's correct. This is
okay.
Okay,
that was easy.
Let's try and run this again. I mean, it won't do anything at all, but at least it exists. Terminate.
Go. Let's go. Boom. Smooth.
Okay, now we should have these icons saved. If
stored.
Yes. Where the fuck is the file thing?
I think there is on the right.
It's not there.
Usually it's on. No.
So let's see. Tool windows.
File.
Device file explorer. There it is.
Oh, nice.
Data app. No. Data. I never remember.
Data.
Yeah, I never remember. Bundle.
There.
Cache.
Nope.
Yeah.
Databases.
I think these are the icons. Yeah, these are the icons.
Icon large, icon small. Okay, cool. Well, the naming is super. Because it's a package name plus weird shit.
Yeah, because they're
there is
unique
by identifier. Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
But they are not PNG or something? I mean,
they are images. They are saved as PNGs, but it's just not.
But no
doing the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not doing the thing.
Yeah.
I guess it might make sense to add an extension.
Yeah.
But
because then we can try to load with
them
with code.
The reason, yes, the thing is here, I hard coded it to PNG, but actually would make more sense to use a lossless WebP when we can, because it takes less storage and it should be marginally faster. So what we can do is file, let's say compress format, comma, extension, and we do if, because the lossless
walk me through it.
The lossless WebP is min SDK something.
Okay.
So we need to do is it build dot version greater or equal to
So
build.
I guess compress format is something that he wants to return. So
Yeah,
we are using the Kotlin.
Yeah, no, this is just Android
structure.
APIs. I'll get to it in a second. I just
Yeah.
jumped ahead while you were talking and did it, but I will get to it in a second. I think it's R. So if it's that, then we do this, else, well, this to web P, else we do I still have all the key bindings fucked up, and that's so annoying. To PNG. So yeah, the problem here is, you see, is saying requires API level 30 and current minimum is 26.
30. Wow.
So yeah, int SDK int. Okay, that's fine. And now here we use the compress format.
Just to give you, probably the question was referred to compress format as like a value.
Yeah.
So we are using the structured syntax. I guess it's the structured. So basically, Sebastiano built an if-else that returns a pair. So if you see line 43 and line 45, they are actually returning a pair. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Sebastiano is using the to function. And what we can do basically is, like, we can, instead of going with val compress format equal to dot first or dot second, you do the structured version. So you basically build the two variables on the fly from the pair, and it's super handy. And you can do it with every function basically, because we are using the if-else as an expression. So
yep,
that's a nice way to return a couple of things from a function and actually assign them to a couple of variables right away.
Yes,
so you can
and
use
then
them
I'm
right
immediately getting rid of it because I need the extension when I get the file, so I need to move that there instead. So the idea is that here I'll do val extension equals get cached image file extension, and then I would do dot extension here like this. And I will do, I don't need to do it here, but I need to do, well, I don't need the structure in declaration anymore, so I can get rid of this. But yeah, the idea is that we need this shit. And maybe. Yep. I'm thinking, like, there's a non-zero chance that this and this will get out of sync. So I was thinking maybe it makes more sense to have a data class image format. And
with the two things inside.
Val
sounds good.
Format. Which is an image. Well, it should be an enum more than a data class, I guess, because it's only two and it's fine. So it's bitmap dot compress format, and then there is the val extension y extension, which is a string. Okay, that's fine. And now we need to actually have the two items. So PNG, which has this one, and
the
PNG, and then we have webp, which is bitmap dot compress format dot webp lossless. What
the fuck?
How did we get there?
I know it when it happens.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, what's the reasoning behind that kind of also gesture? I mean, like, okay.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, suppress.
I know it requires this. That's the kind of the whole point.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Where yes, we do. Well, we don't need to do this. We can just have a cached image format, maybe, and then this returns image format dot webp. Dio povero.
Fuck me! I mean, what the hell? What? What the fuck?
I don't know. It makes no sense, and yet it happens.
That does make sense. That makes no sense. I mean, how do you go from .png to whatever?
This was like, take this thing.
Yeah, bro.
It's dangerous out there.
I don't. Jesus. Yes. Holy shit. Okay.
Format. Okay, now I just inline this. That's okay. And here, this would be dot extension. Okay. It was happy to just dump whatever in there, but I need the actual extension.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it works for me. I can do the toString, so it works, and then nothing happens.
Okay, so we have this. I think we need to do the same thing for the application icon. So save app icon, and this is package name, which is a string, not a sting, a string, and the icon, which is an icon. Okay, and then this is get app icon file, and this just takes in the package name. Okay, and okay, good. And now I need to implement these bastards. Yes, so I will implement this too. Should be fairly easy, in the sense that get app icon file is essentially the same thing, except that it doesn't need the notification unique ID. It takes the package name. Maybe we can do app underscore package icon, and we don't need there's no icon size, and that's okay. That's fine. And then we need to do the same thing for the save app icon that we've done for this. Essentially, is the same thing. Well, it's the same thing as this, really.
Yeah, there is no size, right?
So here is package name, get icon. No, wait, I get app.
Get
icon
app
file.
Icon, yes.
Okay.
And
I would say we don't need to do much for this, because we assume the notifications aren't long-lived anyway. So if the file icon exists, then good. Otherwise, fuck it. We need though to check here, like when we save the icon for an app, we will have to figure out a way to make them expire. Maybe read when is the last time they have been written. If it's been less than, I don't know, 24 hours, then fuck it. I don't know, stuff like that, but not a problem for today anyway.
Yeah, to clean up a bit. Yeah.
No, it's just that an app icon can change, so maybe we can refresh it once a day. I don't know.
Well, that's what you need. Okay. Well, fair enough.
Technically, I mean, it's unlikely, but you never know.
Well, I mean, I installed Discord the other day, and I'm in the beta program, and the icon changed because it went to the beta.
It went to the moon.
Went to the moon.
To the moon.
Dogecoin.
Oh God, please don't. Okay. So we have the icon. We get it as a drawable. We get the bitmap, and we save it in the cache time image format. Blah blah blah. We're fine. Should be okay. We also need to do the delete stuff now. So essentially the same thing, but it's like delete icons for or something like that. But then we don't need as we are getting the icons, we only need the notification ID, so that's easier. So this is suspend fun, delete icons 4, and then notification unique ID. That was handy, thank you. And then do the same thing for app. So delete app icon. And then this is just package name. Okay, good. We implement these two. Implement, thank you very much. This delete icons 4 should go here, yes. And then we'll get to that in a second. Let's start with the app one, which is the easiest one, which is...
you get the file and you delete it?
Yep. It's like get app icon file for package name, take if it exists, delete, done.
Delete.
That's easy. Yes, there's actually no point to do that, but yeah, this is fairly straightforward.
I still need to get familiar with the take if.
Take if is useful. I don't use it very often, but I'm in a phase where I use it, I guess, until I figure out that it's bad for some reason. But I haven't used it for a while, and I'm like, well, I could use that, so I do.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Until you shoot in the foot.
it's useful when you need to do chain shit. Get icon file should.
They are asking if get icon file suspended.
It doesn't need to be suspending because it's just creating a file. This doesn't really. It's
not reading the file. It's just...
it's resolving the file system technically, but it's not that big of a deal. It would probably need...
I don't think it will make any problem. Even if you make it suspend, we have so many suspended that it will work no matter what.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't really make much difference, but then again, I would have to, care about the context and whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, this is with context.
With context.
Dispatchers.io. Okay, good. Yeah, the reason why it doesn't really matter here is that I am not really doing much. I'm just saying, take this folder, take this file, this file name, and use it.
Yeah,
it would be more of a problem. I've been bitten by one thing. There's one thing that really will fuck you over, which is if you have a file. Let's assume this is a file. Okay, change the keyboard layout to Japanese, which is not particularly useful. Nice. This too, canonical file and canonical path, can be extremely slow. On so if you use that, if you do compose on desktop, I don't know on Android, but for sure for on Windows, and I think on macOS as well, this can be slow. So be aware of these two. These are the weird things you learn from people that have done desktop development for a while, and then they're like, "Why are you using the canonical path?" And like, it seems the right thing. It's slow. Don't use it. Oh, okay, sorry. They were much nicer than that, but they were very, very nice about it. But I didn't know.
You need to put some drama. You need to put some drama.
I'm Italian. I like that. I like a drama. So we need to do the with context.
Context.
Dispatchers.io, and then by the way, did we do it here properly in save? Yes, we did. Okay, good. Delete icons 4, and here we just do essentially the same thing, but for all of them. For all of them. So it's the same thing, but except of doing this, I will be somewhat evil. and I will do
Bum, bum, bum,
yeah.
bum.
So we need the notification icon size. Fair enough. So we do notification icon size dot values dot for icon size. Yes. Yeah, you need to come here with me. And then here, this is get icon file. This takes in the notification unique ID and icon size. Okay, good. Okay, we're done. So it just tries to delete all of them, and if they exist, then it deletes them. Otherwise, fuck it, there's no point in trying to delete something that doesn't exist. Okay, I think that's done. And yeah, we can fill in these to-dos here. So this would be images storage dot delete icons for yes, this is gonna be interesting. Delete icons for notification unique ID, or maybe let's call it notification unique ID. If we were in Kotlin 1.5, I would probably use an inline class instead of a string. So it would be like a bit better typed, and I wouldn't need to do typed. This.
Yeah.
But And here we do the same thing. Notification IDs dot for notification. Maybe let's rename this unique IDs and this. Okay, good. I was thinking we should eventually clean up the icons for apps. Like if I delete notifications, I should check if there's any app, any other notification that has that thing, but to do. Clean up app check notifications, app icons. Oh, fuck my key bindings. App icons when no more notifications, use them. That should be fairly easy in the sense that it's just a select, and select count, and if count is 0, then delete. But ciao. Yes, indeed. Okay. Maybe this could actually be a private function. Why doesn't it want to extract it? Oh well, whatever. Clean up icons for and this would be notification unique ID, create function, yes, and this yeah, that needs to be a suspend function. That's okay. I just wanted to do clean up icons for suspend and move down. Okay. Why is this private? That wasn't meant to be private. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, now we only have one place where we need to go and do that thing, because after all, yes, the database can do batch deletion, but everything else we need to do by hand. So, whatever.
Stick it in one place.
Yep. Okay. I think I haven't broken everything. Maybe.
Terminate. Let's go.
Yeah, still works. That's fine. Okay. Let's check the files thing. How do you refresh? No.
Right click. Oh, do you have
synchronize? Oh yeah. Okay.
Synchronize. Good. Okay. Do they have extension?
Yeah.
Yes.
.webp. Wahoo!
Yeah. Whoop. Because we are running Aviator, so nice.
Yeah.
Works.
Yeah. And I guess there is also maybe the nuclear thing to do, which is like clear cache that you might want to do from the settings.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, but just put put a to-do without an implementation if you want. We can do it later.
I mean, it takes a second to do anyway.
Bye. Go for it.
Okay, so this is
New.
with context dispatchers.io, and this is cache folder dot list files, and I need to take the file name filter. Anyway, well, or fuck it, I'll do list files and I filter them myself. Filter, and I need to do it.extension is equal to, and I've actually I can actually do file extension equals get cache image folder dot extension. Extension. So extension. Sorry, my mom was trying to call me.
It's always important.
Yes, but I hang up on her. I'll call her later. I mean,
yeah. Also true.
Okay, so that should be enough.
Why is it complaining?
Unsafe use of a nullable receiver, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Okay.
So we have the nuke.
We have the nuke. So when you do, well, I don't know if you want to do a quick settings page that only has the nuke cache button, we can do. That's easy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the setting page, it's going to be interesting. As the nuke button, probably we can add in the future the dark theme, kind of light theme. We also have the...
That's definitely feasible.
The crashlytics. The crashlytics, we can do a lot of things. I mean, now it makes sense to have setting screens, so I'm happy.
I will not commit coil for now because we're not really using it yet, but I think it's actually, well, the alternative would be to have like a notification history screen, which is also fairly easy to do because we have most of the things in place. So that should take like 10 minutes. He said the famous last wordingly. But I will.
Yeah.
Let's say for now is like store notification icons. Commit.
It's gonna take 10 minutes. 6 hours later.
Yeah, that's how it's inevitably going to go.
Classic. Classic.
I was actually thinking it might be interesting to have like a work manager to run like a way to prune images from the storage. Like we have a clear that nukes everything, but maybe we can have something like something that goes through the database and checks everything, and then checks image storage, and it checks if there's like orphaned items or whatever. I don't know. That's something that
every day or something.
Yeah, maybe once a week. It doesn't. I don't think that it's that much of a problem. But just in case. Okay. So.
I mean, if only we knew somebody that is familiar with work.
Ciao, Pietro.
Ciao.
Okay, so let's say that we are going to try and do that stuff.
The settings.
Yeah, no, not the settings. The list thing. You really like doing the settings, so I'll leave it to you for next time.
No, yeah, sure, please. What do you want to do?
I will just move this fucking file to onboarding because it's really annoying me that it's not in its own thing. Okay, that's fine.
Anyway, just as a note on the app this morning, you have no idea how much this project helped me to figure out shit on the other project. Like, okay, how do I do a preview? Okay, okay. Oh no, there is the state hoisting. How do I do it? Okay. Extract this. Okay.
You hear the name and you're like,
kind
what
of
the
stuff
fuck is state hoisting? And then you see it down, it's like, okay, it's just pass it in. Fine.
Yeah, just feed the thing in the constructor. Yeah, that's. But apparently, that's the way it's called.
Yeah. It's
us that we are savages.
That's the name.
We are savages.
We're simple men.
The technical thing. Yeah, we are simple men.
Like you like saying.
I keep saying it because why? No, I don't like complicated. I like boring, like super boring. Boring is nice.
Okay, let's say history thing. Let's create a file and we call it history screen. Whoa, okay. So now we need to do two things. We need to create the screen, well, just basic shit, and we need to be able to navigate to it, which kind of important. I would say for now, we're not really designing things properly. It's just like whatever the fuck. It wouldn't make sense to have like a bottom nav for this. But for now, we're just going to have like a menu in the app bar or whatever.
Well, actually, the bottom nav. The bottom nav.
Now I want the bottom nav.
No. I was wondering, we already have the scaffolding with the top bar.
Yes.
It shouldn't take much to build a bottom nav.
Well, the thing is that you need to move everything to a higher level. It's a bit more of complicated because...
Okay.
Like, yeah, no, not today. It's a longer thing because then you need to share...
What?
You need to share the scaffolding between the two composables and just switch composables, which is fine, but it requires a bunch of name changes and stuff like that. Yes, I am a source of inspiration. So don't do it with people you're not familiar with, please. I know I can do it with Ivan, but I recommend against doing that with people like your boss. So I'm not endorsing this kind of behavior. Let me be clear.
Don't try this at the office.
No, definitely don't. So I am lazy as fuck, so I'll just do a copy paste because it's essentially the same thing, but obviously some shit is different. Like the data we pass in is going to be different, and the notifications list is going to be slightly different. So let's deal with that one thing at a time. Okay. So we have let's create the screen first of all. So this is notification history. And I will actually copy history because I am lazy. And this is history, this is history, this is history. Yes, this is all broken, that's okay. This is history, and this is history. Okay, great. Now, considering that we are going to move it into something that has a bottom bar, I am not going to have a top-up bar here. It doesn't matter. So for now, I'm just going to leave it at this. If you're familiar with your boss, do it. I mean, it's your problem at that point, not mine.
Don't.
But then I don't take any responsibility for anything that might happen afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
that's on you.
Yeah,
that's entirely on you.
We are. I mean, I'm all about to be brave, okay, but this is on you.
Brave doesn't mean stupid.
Yeah, accountability, right? That takes your responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
So we can create the actions here. We'll do it in a second. But here is where we'll
adding the actions to the top bar.
Yeah.
Basically, you are adding icons to the top bar.
Yeah, this should that's actually interesting because I don't really I don't remember how we navigate things and whatever. So we'll figure it out in a second.
There is a nav host.
Yeah, but it's in the activity, and I think I need to do the same thing that we do in the onboarding, which is
What do we do? We pass the event, I guess.
yes, we just pass that up.
You hoist the event. So.
I cannot help but hear you hoy. And I'm thinking about Hoi Lam every time, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Hoi. You hoi the event. Because we are Italian, you know. H, it's like three syllables. You know, hoist. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Then the idea is that you just pass this in.
To the icon.
Here you would
eventually
have on history clicked, and this goes here. No, I don't need this. Okay, and well, I don't need this because I don't have a preview, so that's fine. And here I could have, like, I guess, a icon.
There's an icon. You can use an icon, definitely. Actually, I built it this morning, but I don't have it now.
Icons dot rounded dot history. Yeah, sure, that works for me.
Why not? And then you have a no-click or some sort.
I put in the wrong import. No, I put the wrong import. Yes. Okay. Well, I need to put this into a button, which takes the on history clicked, and then this goes in here. And this probably wants something from me. What the fuck do you want?
Size.
String resource r
string,
dot
like
string dot history.
Yeah, for the accessibility.
Menu history. Okay. Create string value. Well, notifications. History. Okay. I think this should work. I'm not 100% sure it's the right thing to do because there might be like a proper way to create up our buttons.
I don't think it's a button. I think it's something else.
Well, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's fine for now.
As long as you can click it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. One thing I would do though is I would extract the empty state as a composable that I can reuse. Why doesn't it let me do things? Okay, that's weird. Extract method. Why doesn't it?
No function.
Yeah, but it Control Alt M. It's the right
doesn't
key.
work.
I don't know. List. Well. Notification list empty state, and I will make it actually internal. I'll move it later. Well, I'll move it now. Notification list, yeah, whatever, it's okay. Yes, and then I can also use it here. Notification list empty state. Okay, great. And then I need this. I'm actually thinking I probably, most likely, in the notification list screen, I probably don't need to put that in a column because it's already a lazy column. So I can probably just get rid of this because this is not useful. Okay. That should still work. Maybe I can call this notifications lazy column.
Okay.
Something like that. Okay, that's fine. And then, yeah, it's essentially do the same thing here. Lazy column. And, well,
close enough.
Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's okay. We're just hacking shit together at this point. It's fine.
Yeah.
So now this takes in, instead of act, This is active, not actionable. Active notifications. Thank you very much. Okay. And the same thing I need to do here. Active notifications. Good. Okay. Sorry, that was really bothering me for no reason whatsoever. So in the history screen, they're all
naming.
They're all persistable notifications. So actually, this would be persistable notifications, not notifications,
Typo.
notifications. Okay, and this is a persistable notification, and I will rename it in a sec. Sure. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Yes, and now I need to change the type to a list of persistable notification, and that's okay. I need to change this to a list of persistable notification, which is fine, and I don't need this anymore. Okay, and then notification item. This is taking an active notification. I think we can actually do like a very nice way to reuse this would be to have a persistable notification instead, and take whatever shit. This is not clickable because whatever.
Clickable.
And then
the old one.
Yes, and then this one. So what we do with a persistable notification is this, the active notification, and we don't do this, and we have essentially the same thing, but it doesn't look like shit, and we support both types. Easy.
But you should also load the icon with coil, right?
No? Yes, but one thing at a time. Because obviously now this notification. Oh wait, no, notification content actually needs takes the notification metadata. Yeah, no, I think I need to leave this in, but instead of passing in the active notification here, why is it complaining? Shut up. Instead of passing that in, I actually need to use coil to load those things. I'm just thinking, can coil, let me see, image loader. No, wait, I don't know how to use coil. I just realized.
Not with compose.
So you use the load extension, which not our case. How do you use it with? Oh wait, you need the componist. You need.
What's a componist?
It's Chris Bain's compose support library, essentially.
Collection of extensions.
Like all proper support libraries, it starts with Chris Bain's.
Yeah, Chris Bain's getting pissed off about something and throwing a library on the table.
Essentially, yeah.
Where is it?
So there is image loading, but it's not clickable, I think. Maybe because there's both coil and glide. Okay, fair enough. So there it is. Chris, why don't you put the Kotlin DSL?
091.
Thank you. Yeah. Do I also need to have coil? Well, let's also leave coil for now. You said 091?
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. Sync. Fuck you. I don't know why the keyboard shortcuts are a bit fucked, but whatever. I'll fix that.
They need to warm up.
Yeah, I don't know. I will eventually fix them. So let's see how that actually works.
How do you use it?
Yeah. So remember coil
Oh wow! What the fuck?
painter. Okay, so you do this instead, and you pass
Okay.
it. Request builder. Okay. Custom content.
How do you load it? Oh, so you build a painter and then you put the painter in the image.
Yeah.
Okay.
So custom image loader.
Do we need a custom image loader?
No, I don't think so. But like if we needed to initialize it with defaults or whatever, I don't know. But we don't for now. It's okay.
Or for now, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Just keep it
So
simple.
let's just say that instead of the icon here,
you need a painter.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking in terms of what we need to change. That's the same. That's the same. That's the same. Okay. So here, instead of the active notification, we can get in the persistable notification plus the icon, right?
Yeah, plus the icon. Yes, I guess so.
And then
So
this is
fix the notification.
Icon.
Fuck, what? It's a string, my friend. It's just a string.
No,
it's not like...
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It...
It's just icon. This is actually nullable. Okay, this is icon bitmap. Okay, good. And I don't need this. Good. And yeah, the actions, we're gonna have to extract them, but that's not a big deal. We can just extract them. And this would be interactions. Yes. And it's nullable, and we pass in the interactions. Well, actually, if interactions is not null, then also add the interactions. Okay, and we change this to interactions, and we don't need it.
But it's not nullable.
Yep, it's not nullable anymore. This is interactions, and it's not nullable. Okay, great, done.
Cool.
That's how easy it is to refactor UI.
Yeah.
Persistable notifications. And this is action.
But how do you load the image?
The image.
Where did you load the image?
The image is loaded like this. Just give me 1 sec.
Okay.
This is active. I'm just moving the code around. I'm not doing anything different from what we were doing before. And then we have the active notification dot interactions. And this is active notification dot persistable notification. Okay. Names. Perfect. Done. What's red? Oh yeah, this is actually, this is here, that like this one is where we start hitting the problem, because like now we should pass in the icon painter instead of the icon itself. So let's get that sorted. But let's say val icon painter, this to do, just leave it there. This is icon painter, and where was I? Here, and then the last thing is null. Okay, good. Let's change this. So a notification content, instead of taking in an icon, takes in a painter. Because image can take in a bitmap or a painter or image vector. So let's say icon painter instead. And this I will move it up icon painter. Icon painter. I would say
we can work out default.
Let's figure
upstairs.
but painter. So the idea is that the fact that it's null should not be important here, but let's see. Should not be nullable, I think.
Yeah, I would probably not make it nullable at all.
Yeah. Although, yeah, no, it's okay. But the thing is, like, let's leave it nullable for now.
Okay, yeah. Figure it out.
Let's figure things out in a straightforward fashion first. So this is a remember coil painter. Yes. Okay. That's fine. Because
the request is the path.
Yeah, the thing is, I wanted to avoid this logic in two places because I have this notification item, but I also have this, and they are different, and I wanted to avoid duplicating the fallback thing. So
yeah,
if we know that there is no icon, there's no point in doing all the dance that coil does. So
yeah,
let's say the request. What the fuck is the request supposed to be? So request,
it's like a notification.
This is a persistable
path, or was it?
No, this actually needs the image thing. This needs the how does Hilt work with composables?
Oh,
I think you can just add inject things, but I'm not 100% sure. I would like to think that that's how you do it.
Yeah, I will.
Image storage. What?
Should you?
No.
I don't know. Do you need to put it before the constructor?
No, but this is it's a function, right? I think I cannot use... Okay. Yeah, I cannot use it in value parameters. So let me check 1 second. Hilt compose. Let's see what the documentation says. If it loads. Hilt. Just use a view model.
Loading.
TLDR use a view model. Ugh.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want to. That's boring. Okay. I'm not gonna do that like that, but I will have to pass it in. That's gonna be shit. But at the same time, there's not much I can do. So there's that. There is that notification. I just realized that should probably, the images storage shouldn't return the icon file. It should probably return the path instead.
Path, yeah.
Because I don't want to tie it to disk. Like it could be like a network thing instead.
So, I will go with file string. Ciao.
Yeah, just icon path, rename. This returns a string, wrap, and this is icon path, yes, and this returns a string. Okay, good. Now we need to go to the implementation and fix them.
Where we build dot.
Well, I guess path is enough.
Absolute path.
Path is enough.
Path.
Yeah. And I guess now, well, you know what? There's no point in hiding it from inside here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this would be that, and this is get. Have I changed the language again? I have. Fuck me.
Japanese. I like Japanese.
I'm trying to study Japanese. I suck at it.
Yeah.
But,
good luck. I mean, it's a hard language, my friend.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
It's a tough thing. I mean, it's the opposite of what we have. I mean, good luck.
A curiosity, but can data binding be used in compose? How would you use data binding with compose? Like, it's very tied to the UI framework. And I would say the sooner we can get rid of data binding, the better, because that ties you to the old world of bullshit. And we don't want bullshit. We don't like bullshit.
No. I mean, we like bullshitting. Yeah. We don't like bullshit. Yeah, no. Data binding is it's a cancer from old world. Nobody likes it. Change my mind.
I won't, like, because I completely agree.
I mean, no. I used it in the past. We built a library with Sasha. No, ciao. That's not. I mean, it's like just like giving like a AK-47 to like a monkey. I mean,
and hoping it doesn't shoot you.
Yeah, I mean, the shit is gonna just go south so quickly, and then you find logic in XML, and people are just doing the worst shit just because laziness. Oh, fuck it, I'm too old for that.
Yeah, no, two-way data binding is dangerous. It's really dangerous. It's always been. It was dangerous when I first saw it in the .NET world, and it's still dangerous in Android world. If it were one way, maybe, but I'm not a fan of putting code in the XML because it makes it impossible to maintain and refactor, and you need a special language. Why would you need that? Like, just do compose.
You don't have any help from the tooling, you don't have any help from the compiler, you don't have any help from any. Why would you do that? It just like makes your life so much harder from a maintenance point of view, just because you have the perception that makes it faster in the moment. Like, you're solving the problem in the wrong way. Anyway, this is a very opinionated. We have opinions, so
don't tell me.
Study the thing, make your own opinions, and if you're a fan of data binding, don't talk to me ever again. That's it. It's easy. I'm a very friendly, diplomatic person.
Fuck you.
Well, no, I'm never gonna. I mean, you're free to use whatever you want. The moment you start pushing the thing, because reasons, if you can't argue, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You need to think big picture, teamwork and maintainability. I don't care if you're lazy today. I'm gonna be here next year, so fuck your laziness today. So long-term game, my friend. Long-term game. It's a coil painter or
no? I need to create an icon painter, I think, which sounds fun. I need to take an icon, and this returns a painter. Okay, good. Obviously, I should have checked how this works. I will copy paste it for now. The idea is that
that's the thing that.
Yes, this is composable.
What I was telling you before, right? That you go there, look at the code, looks nice, and then you just butchered it a bit.
Yep.
And reuse it.
Where was it? Icon extensions. There it is. As image bitmap.
I like the resemblance.
Huh? Painter, and this is like, maybe I can do like remember Is there a bitmap painter? No. Ugh.
No.
How does one create a painter from an image? Let's see. So we take the icon as an image bitmap. What are you not happy about? Composable calls are not allowed inside the calculation parameter of inline function. So annoying. The fuck? There you go. Are you happy? Now you're happy. Yay, we're all happy. Woohoo.
Yeah. Syntax.
Wait, no, what? Just give me a second. I am not very sure of what I am doing. What was the code originally? So it does, remember drawable.toPainter. Yes, so this would be icon.as image bitmap. And then I need to create a painter from an image bitmap, which I did somehow somewhere up. Yeah, fuck, I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Active notification. No, it was here somewhere. Where did I do the magic? I think it was down here.
Yeah, you're missing something.
I might have deleted the code that did that, but that's not a worry. I wasn't doing it. I was just chucking it in. But maybe this image takes a painter, but I have one that takes an image bitmap. And I can do bitmap painter.
There you go.
Fuck you. Where was I here? Yes, my dear Padawan. This is the painter, and I'll do bitmap painter of this shit. And also I just need.
Why is still complaining?
I think he was complaining about this.
But now complaining about the null.
Okay, so let me first do bitmap. Okay, can I inline it or will it complain? No, I cannot inline it. Oh wait, maybe it's not because of the reason. Yeah.
No, because it's
also
null.
Also that. Okay, yeah, wrap, whatever, that's fine.
Ugh!
I don't know. I don't care. I just want to see it work.
Go. Yeah, go for it.
If painter is, I guess this is just a bitmap painter. Does this have on?
Painter,
it doesn't have all that shit. What does it have? Only has on draw. I guess it doesn't need that stuff then.
YOLO.
I'm gonna YOLO it.
Probably we are gonna leak like a megabyte for every icon, but okay.
I mean, this is a bitmap. It's not managed in the way that drawables are, so might make sense.
Fair enough. But we are not returning a painter. You're returning a bitmap, but a paint.
No, that was the problem.
Yeah, because the hierarchy is there. So.
And I will actually move this here. You never know when you need this sort of bullshit. And also that allows me to do this, which makes me happy. Remember icon painter. Yay! You see, this is how easy it is to do things with Compose. Just copy paste the code and delete random things, hoping it doesn't fuck you over.
Yeah, I mean, if it compiles, it works, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
Okay.
So now we have the image store. No, we have the. Yes, you can do the request.
Yeah, I need to do the request. Now, what the fuck was the request?
The request is the URL. Basically, it's the icon. It's the path.
Yeah. Okay. You can take a file. So I guess we need to.
No, but this is the normal one. You need to get the compose one. Check the documentation.
No, that was the remember coil painter. That's the one that we are using, and the fact
Yeah, but the anything makes
that I
makes
think
me
the
uncomfortable.
any is because there was maybe a bit of laziness there in not creating all the overloads.
Yeah.
I want to venture. Yeah, this is. I can
Okay, so
the
but
drawable, an
what do we
image
have?
bitmap, an image vector. No, wait. When data is.
Okay, no,
Oh, okay, no.
no.
Bitmap vector painter. You need to draw this painter. Okay, fine, whatever. Otherwise, it's okay with it. Yeah, sure. So
I think it's a string.
that goes in here. And this remember load painter. This is a request of type R. I don't think
Jesus.
painter.request is this. Wait, this is a load painter, and that takes a loader, which I think is the one that has the data in it. Where is the loader used?
There's
Here,
an execute there.
loader.load.
Boom. Yeah, load request inside. So it's a string.
Yeah, if request is null, whatever. I'm not entirely sure still what types it wants, but let's try passing it in.
Check.
Whatever.
There is an example, I think, in the README.
Yes, but the README, like the coil README actually says like URL, resource, file.
Accompanist. Try the accompanist.
Accompany says just a string, but that's not okay for us because we want to be able to load files or resources or whatever.
Ah, shit. Okay.
So I believe that this is actually something where we need to do get where the fuck is it? Images storage dot get icon. Is this the icon path? And this is persistable notification dot unique ID, and then we also need to pass in the notification icon size and start with small. Is this a small one? I don't remember. What did we do? Large and then small. Oh no, let's do large for now. Let's see. Because that goes in the content, so that should be the large one. This is going to be a bit more complicated than that, so we'll extract a method. Why does this not work? Okay, sorry, this is annoying me beyond belief. Why does this not work? It's not Studio, it's just in general. The Control Alt M does not work on my computer anymore. Why? I don't know.
I think it's
someone stole that.
I mean, probably the shortcut stayed on the old hard drive. Yeah, I mean,
no, I think there's some software at system level that is stealing that shortcut for something else. Yeah, I don't know what. No time to fix now. Let's finish this thing and then we can wrap up the stream because we're going for the 3 hours at this point. So get icon request. Let's say like this, and that's okay. And then let's actually have a block body because this is not going to be this easy. What we need to do is we need to get the path. We need to get the file from it, hoping that this is actually a file. Check if it exists. So take if it.exists. If that doesn't exist, then we need to do the same thing with, actually this is file. We need to do the same thing with the small one. This should be enough, ideally. but I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Let's see if this works. So get icon request should be okay. What else we have here? Image loader, whatever, I don't care. Should fetch on size change, request builder, fade in duration, preview placeholder, whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's probably enough. Maybe.
Play.
Wait, this isn't used anyway.
But you're missing. You're not. It's unused.
Because we.
Yeah, because we need to fix the dependency injection.
No, the dependency injection is fine, but we need to use it in the history screen. Because this
the other one. Okay, so now.
Yeah, like here, we need to pass in the image storage. Which I'm going to do something that is probably actually not too bad, I think.
Build it here.
Yep. I mean, this one's
in an application.
Yep. What is it?
Close enough. Why?
Oh, what's
Found
the
a
application context?
There's application. As async player, not bad.
This could work. Could also not work. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's definitely something that we need to investigate because injecting a composable, if we need a view model, we need to start going in that direction. You know, at some point you need to bring the view model in if you need them. So
Yep.
But for now, I'm fine with just give it a shot and keep it there.
What did we call it? On history? Wait. Application list screen. Oh yeah, it's this one. Ooh. You really like your imports, don't you? What? Why is it saying it's recursive when it is not? This is weird.
Which one you're using?
It's saying it's itself, but that's not right. So
I mean, when you are passing 3 parameters instead of 2, how is it calling itself?
Exactly.
Come on. It's just probably, this is the 3 hours threshold, you know, IntelliJ is losing, Android Studio is losing it.
Yeah, clearly. So, what? How can it, is it because this is like this? Is that the reason why it doesn't like it?
Because there is a default.
What?
Too many arguments.
Yeah, it's drunk. I think it's drunk.
Found a list of active. Try to run it. What happens if you run it?
It's gonna blow up. Wait, it is going to blow up. Stupid NVIDIA stuff. I don't need you. You're not my supervisor. So this one, this is fine. So this is on.
Okay, this is empty. So we need stuff here.
And this is where we do nav controller dot navigate.
The navigation.
Navigate to navigation routes.
We have routes.
History. We need to
the
create
new one.
it.
Yeah.
And
that's easy.
Okay, and that's okay, and that's okay, and that's okay. So what else was it complaining about? This one. I don't understand. Like, why is this?
Is there any function with 3 parameters? That's the thing that I want to understand.
I don't think so.
Too many arguments.
Okay, listen.
Change the name.
Ah,
Yeah. Fuck it.
let me try now. Now it works.
Jesus. But
I think it was missing the import,
the
but
one
it's
below
not
is simple.
smart enough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need to
It's
break
struggling.
it, put the imports, and then it works. Yes.
Yeah, Kulo-driven programming. That's exactly how it
Very
is.
much. Very much. Okay.
Jesus. I mean, it struggles with the imports. I was also having the problem with the get value, set value on the
Yeah.
remember this morning.
That's
And I
a
was like,
thing.
what the fuck is going on? And then I looked it up and I was like, no, you need to manually import the thing. And I was like, whoa, this is struggling. Okay.
There's a button here. It's clearly not the right kind of button, but it's okay. On the other hand, something
Ouch.
just crashed very badly.
No, but I don't know how we wired the navigation because we just added the string. How does it know which screen to load?
That is a very good point. That might be the problem.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm all about because we added a string and that's okay. But then what? How the string becomes the composable? That's the part that I'm missing.
Shh, it's okay. This doesn't need anything, right? It needs the the things. Yeah, we would need like to do it properly, which clearly we're not right now. We would need a view model here for the history that does all the blah 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 blah. But we're not doing that right now. So
because it's a Sunday, we're hacking up shit. So just get the list of.
I will just inject a Roberto.
Yeah.
Roberto
Why
DAO.
not? Yeah, the get value is a known bug, and I was like, okay. I was just surprised because it's just an import. You never, and the message is confusing you about type inference or something. And I was like, what the fuck is this thing? As I wasn't expecting it. I mean, the fix was one line, of course. But it's one line that you need to put in every file because it never works, the import. So if you have composable in every file, you need to just remember that you need to make the import manually. And I was like, I hope they get around it as soon as possible.
Okay. Obviously, this is kind of broken because this expects a notification. This is a flow. I don't know how to fuck.
Can you do value?
Huh?
Can you do dot value or collect?
I can do collect, I guess. But this is not. Yeah, I would have to do like collect latest. But that's maybe collect as state. Yeah, I would probably have to do something like val items equals Roberto DAO dot get notifications dot collect a state. The initial is an empty list, and would probably do by
and then items,
and then here would just do items. I think that's how you do it. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. What are you complaining about? Oh yes, obviously.
Yeah, you need to map it.
Yeah, okay. Again.
Do you have a map?
Oh wait, no, this is the wrong thing. I need to inject the repository, not the DAO. Obviously.
Okay.
Notification fucking Roberto repository. Yeah, it's the wrong kind of Roberto. Oh god, I have too much
Good
fun.
to go.
Okay, so collect the state is fine. Let's see if it actually runs. Ooh.
Build it! Yeah, we definitely need a bit of models.
It works.
Come on, man.
Wahoo!
Nice.
There's something wrong still. but like it's
It was a
it's
bit.
passing, it's loading the package instead of the name, but that's a different problem. We'll fix the next time.
Yeah, but that's
I would say this is enough for today.
this is definitely enough. It was a lot of stuff, a lot of fun. We learned
Never to
things.
trust
The
Roberto.
painter thing. Well, I mean, Roberto does it best, and we mess with him all the time. But actually, this is good. This is good
Yeah,
because it's pleasant. Even if we don't know what we are doing, we get the results. It's a nice feedback loop. I like it. I like it a lot.
I always do this. Create history
And we need
screen,
new models.
work in progress. Yeah, that's something you can maybe do on Wednesday. I don't know. Or
Yeah.
sounds like a
Actually,
sensible thing to do.
Sasha is actually pointing out that you don't have the Nyan cat.
I know. I don't have any. Like, this is a clean install of Android Studio. I've installed the
Yeah.
ADB idea
Yeah.
earlier, but I haven't ported all my settings. I
Uh,
haven't ported all those things yet. I haven't had time because my computer, remember, until 24 hours ago was not working. So
Bum bum bum
Yeah.
bum.
so there's that.
But we really appreciate your commitment. So
Yeah.
we love you.
I have to say, a lot of the swearing this time happened off camera.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, but the thing just broke.
Yeah,
Just
no,
died.
it was. I said it was Wednesday earlier, but it was actually, I think, yeah, it was Wednesday afternoon or something. No, Wednesday late morning. At some point, my computer blew screen. I was like, "Huh? Okay." And I turned it on, and as it had done a couple of times before, it booted into the BIOS saying that like essentially there's no disk. There's no
Attached.
disk. Well, there's no bootable disk attached, which is technically true when the
Jesus.
bootable SSD is dead.
Is that yes? I mean, it's pretty accurate, right? But oh shit! Come on, Lint. What do you want?
It was Katie Lind, but it was right. I had forgotten to format this thing. So yeah, the idea was that I was gonna like what I tried is, okay, other times when this happened, turning off the computer and leaving it disconnected for a couple of minutes and reconnecting it made it work. And I was like, okay, this is bad. I need to back up everything and I need to send it back for repairs, but I hadn't had time because I had a deadline coming up and I don't have time for this shit. So I hope it resists another couple of weeks. It didn't.
Jesus Christ!
Obviously it didn't. But then
Never a joke.
yeah, so well, okay, it was like noon. I was like, well, maybe I can leave it unplugged and have lunch, and then when I'm back, maybe it works. It did not. So a lot of swearing later. I started my odyssey, because it was really an odyssey, where I was trying to. Well, I was. My first reaction was like, okay, this doesn't work. Let me try to install Windows on the secondary SSD, which is also faster. And I will just work from that instead. So I get my fancy Windows pen drive, because I don't have an optical drive on the machine, so I bought the pen drive version of it. I plug it in, it install, it loads shit, gets to the end, it's like, nah, the file damaged, whatever. I'm like, what? Yeah, file's damaged.
Oh shit!
What?
No can work.
Yeah, no can do.
No can do.
Yeah, so after that, I was like, okay, well, fuck me. What do I do? And the fun thing was that what wants me to
Yeah, never mind.
whatever. I'll push
Yeah, you
later.
can push it
I'll push
later.
it later.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just switch to us because there's no point in looking at code we're not touching. So I was like, okay, well, it's a pen drive, so I can format it and just re-put Windows installer on it. But it turns out that the Windows installer can, well, the bootable USB to install Windows can only easily be can only be created from Windows. Because you need to format in a certain fashion, and you need to get the files the right way onto the pen drive. And in Windows, it's very easy. There's like a download tool. You get a tool from Microsoft website, and you say create USB, and it does everything for you. It's like click, click, wait, done.
Okay.
Easy. But the only other computer I had at home was my MacBook, which doesn't run Windows.
Oh.
So I was like,
Oh shit.
I spent, I don't know how much time, well, most of the day on Thursday, like downloading VMware, downloading a Windows install ISO, installing it on the virtual machine, trying to create the install media from that, but for whatever reason it didn't work. Then I downloaded a pre-made virtual machine from Microsoft, which is like they make those to test different versions of Internet Explorer and Edge. So you can have like a Windows 10 virtual machine that has a specific version of Edge or Explorer or whatever installed, which is also a very good temporary virtual machine. So pro tip, thank you Lamberto for the pro tip. And I managed to create, like to run up that utility to create the USB, and created the USB. I plug it in to the desktop machine. I turn on the desktop machine and I get to install. It's like, oh wow, it works. I can actually see the installer now, and it's all fine. And it gets to the point where you select the disk, and I'm like, well, yeah, install it on this disk. Please don't format it. It's okay. I need to keep the data, but install Windows. And it's like, no, you cannot do that. It's like, why?
What?
You cannot do it because the disk was formatted in the wrong way, and Windows can convert the type of formatting, but only if the disk has a Windows installation on it already, which is like, why? Why the fuck do you need that?
Why?
So I ended up having to go back to the virtual machine on the Mac, reformat the Windows install pen drive, boot Ubuntu from there. So like a live distro of Ubuntu from a Windows branded pen drive, which was very fun. Run Ubuntu on the desktop, get the data from the disk to a USB hard drive as a backup, so that I can then format the disk. Then I had the pen drive again on the Mac. I had to format it again. I had to create the Windows install again. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. It was the fun afternoon.
That was the whole day, Thursday, and now I'm on Friday morning, because all this thing takes time, because you need to download gigabytes and gigabytes of shit every time, and copy stuff to the hard drive takes time because it's USB, so it's slow, and you do that, and then at the end of this whole thing, I managed to put the installer, format the hard drive, install Windows, and then after that, I was like 10 a.m. Friday morning, and I'm like, okay, now I need to reinstall everything, and I need to copy the files back and all that shit. Yesterday I wasn't home most of the day, so it was like, not much I can do. And then so I kind of finished installing most of the stuff yesterday evening. And then this morning I was too tired to do anything, so I ended up doing it after lunch, which meant I was very, very late. Like I had done most of the things. I reinstalled Android Studio, clone code, all that stuff. That was fine, but clearly not all the configuration is still there, and I'll be working through that. That's
Jesus Christ.
fucking pain in the ass.
There was an odyssey. There was an odyssey.
Yeah. This is not fun, but
not fun at all, my friend. Not
this
fun at all.
motherfucker failed after 2 months of life. Maybe
that's
maybe
actually
3.
the worst. That's the worst.
Yep.
That's the worst. I mean, who does that? What the fuck?
Oh, I mean, it's just bad luck.
Anyway,
it can happen. It's very rare.
Okay.
And now I'm just waiting for the bastard
replacement, I guess.
Yeah. Sasa, yes, you are absolutely right, but I hadn't done it. I hadn't done a full drive backup yet because I wasn't happy with the way Windows was installed. I was like, well, second half of May, I should have some time to, reformat things and reinstall things properly, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, sure.
That kind of fucked me over. Plus, having things on 2 different disks didn't help. So now I have, I will be able to do that, but at the same time, that's not super feasible yet because I have all the data on this disk, which is 500 gigs of photos and code. So, yeah, not super easy.
Not funny.
I just had no culo.
No
culo.
No culo.
Because someone will ask.
No culo.
No, Sasa,
okay.
I don't have enough free time, clearly, because I wasn't happy, but I didn't do anything about it because I didn't have time to. No, the point is that I had Windows installed on this, which is the slowest and smallest of the 2, and the data installed on the other one, which is bigger and faster. And I was like, that makes no sense. I'd rather have Windows and software and code on the fastest one, and then, keep this one for photographs. So I wanted to move them, which wouldn't have taken that much time if the drive had still worked. That is the problem.
Yes.
That would have taken half a day instead of, 4 days.
With a bit of culo.
Yeah, with a bit of culo, which clearly I didn't have. So
no.
I'm looking forward to the karma balancing this out and kind of.
Yeah. That's just fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, man. Not much else we can do.
Just keep the positive attitude.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sebastiano.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Welcome back, Ivan.
Thank you for having me. And it was fun.
It was.
And again,
It was.
Yeah. To the people that are still with us, once again, thank you for hanging with us. We also reached a nice milestone, over 100 comments in the chat.
Woo!
So I'm super happy with this kind of stuff. So
fancy.
things are working out. People are engaged. There was a very nice atmosphere today. A lot of empathy for the data binding victim, for us and for the hard drives. I love it. I love you all. I wish you had a nice afternoon. Again, remember to subscribe. This is gonna help us a lot. And yeah, probably for the next week you can actually subscribe on Twitch if you have Amazon Prime, and that will be super cool for us, even because we want to know where we can go with this, and the more we can build, the more we can give back when it comes to t-shirts and stuff and shit. We have a lot of stuff in mind, so we can
start doing giveaways and things like that once we can actually not put money into it because it's already a lot of work. So I'd rather not put money on top of work into this.
Yes. Well, it will always be. It's free for you if you have Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So it costs nothing to you, and it gets back to you subscribe, you get a t-shirt. Fuck it. I mean, why? I mean, Bezos has already enough money, so you can probably we can leverage that. Okay. I mean, he's not getting any poor if you use your subscription to support us. So thank you again, and I guess
See you on
we
Wednesday.
will see Wednesday.
Yep.
Wednesday for a bit of crash leads and stuff, a bit of settings, because I want to build the setting screens.
Maybe you can do the
so-
first view model. Like we have view models
actually-
everything ready. We deleted them because we didn't really need them yet. But maybe you can take the opportunity to clean up some of the shit we have put in today. Some of the hacks we have
That's
in there.
definitely because I need to get a bit more in touch with the code base, because I was a bit off. So definitely.
Yeah,
and we will have a guest.
Yes. I just wanted to remind everyone from Sunday next week, we will start at 5 p.m. European time, which means it's like 1:30 p.m. East Coast and 10:30. No, sorry. I'm fucking time zones up. It's 5 p.m. European time. Yes, it's 5 p.m. European time. It's 11 a.m. East Coast, and it's 8 a.m. West Coast. Okay, yes, just in case. And we will keep it shorter.
Tea with us. Yeah. You can have tea with us, you can have lunch with us, or you can have breakfast with us. So that's perfect.
We are covering all the meals.
And yeah. all the meals. So this is perfect.
Good.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.